Just waiting for the audio.
Audio.
We have audio. Look at us, pro streamers and everything.
Didn't lose my touch.
Look at that. Oh, there it goes. We checked the audio. Oh,
You just got the window wrong, Luke, on the left.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
The I don't know what to call it.
The character sheets.
oh.
You got one of the sheet. Yeah.
All right. Welcome everybody to Dragons Are Cats. We are live with season 2, episode 10. Hurrah! I didn't actually think we'd actually start saying, "Hey, we're on seasons now." Check this.
I mean, it was like 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 1.
Yeah.
All right, so welcome everybody to Dragons Are Cats. We are playing some Dragon Brew D&D, a kind of mixed home-style homebrew Tyranny of Dragons campaign. We started off with the first couple of chapters of Tyranny of Dragons, and now we're just going to see what happens. This channel is run 100% for charity. We are now playing for charity. And we are now playing for the Cancer Council of New South Wales. And just if you scroll down, and you'll see the banner for the Cancer Council. Just click that. If you want to help donate to a great cause, your donations will go towards excellent options that our players can get to use, and that I can use as well.
I just realised that $10 is a nat 1 to someone, you bastard.
Yep.
Chase like, oh, you did that thing? No, sorry, you didn't.
Yeah.
Hello, Runday. But yeah, if you want to if you want to donate $10 to the charity, you can give one of the players a nat 1.
Please, no.
Time. So if there's a really deadly trip floor trap, or I really want them to not make their saving throw, we can kill them together, guys.
Oh,
Screw these characters. But yeah, just
Kill us.
kill us with your kindness, the kindness of your hearts and your donations. But yes, all you gotta do is just scroll down. There is a menu per se of what your donations can give our players and how it will affect the game.
Do they have to nominate player names?
Oh, you nominate your player, what player will get what, and
One second, my other camera.
I'll just get my PayPal ready.
Yeah.
Get your PayPal ready, throw the credit cards out, get it happening, and for $1 you can give a 1d8 healing dice for a free action for our players. $2 gives a player's advantage. $3 gives a player 1d12 bardic inspiration on any roll. $4 gives the players back their abilities, such as Wild Shape or Divine Sense. And $5 gives someone a natural 20. $10, this is where the fun part comes, I get to give our players a nat 1 on their saving throws. And anything around $20, $25 can give our players a wondrous uncommon item to a player when they find loot. All you gotta do is specify who gets it, or we can come up with a custom item together. Just hit me up in chat, or just let me know in chat, and yeah, we work on it. And $50, you decide to donate $50, you can pick. That means the characters.
Oh, so you're saying it's pay to win now? Okay. Just get me a rare item here. And go.
That a player obtains.
That's crazy.
Certain effects will be changed on the fly, as per some of the cards can be a bit horrific.
Yeah. You pay $50, draw a card, oh, you die. Shit.
That's kind of like that, you know? You know what? I'm just going to brush over that one for now. We'll just leave that one out. But yes. So let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. Phones on silent. Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder, Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
You are welcome, guys.
Okay, so starting off with Casimir, we'll go around and introduce everyone. Kick us off and tell me what you remember from last season, basically 2 months ago.
So I'm Luke. I'm playing Casimir, the Tiefling Wizard, illusionist. Last session we got back from the cultist cave where we basically cleared out all the cultists that remained, and we found a black dragon egg, and we brought that back to Greenest, and now we're still contemplating what to do with it, whether we should hatch it or not.
I'm pretty sure we want to hatch it.
That's about
100%.
That's what I remember. It's been too long. It's been like 10 years.
I remember a lot of action went on in that cave.
A lot of action, yeah. A lot happened in that place. It was good. It was a good time. Next up, we have Sandstorm. Sandstorm, hit us up.
I am a cat. A tabaxi is the proper definition. And I am a sneaky rogue. I hide in the shadows and I attack when I want to. Sometimes I help my friends out. Sometimes I take the last hit. And what we do last session, we took down what's his name? The guy who killed our parents or killed our mother.
Lang de Rosa, who Steinrath, who killed your mother.
We got our revenge, killed him, and then we found a few eggs, and we were like, "Oh, we'll probably take one. Too many to take care of." And now we're gonna be 4 fathers to 1 dragon. Well, there's supposed to be another father, but he hasn't been here. He's eating bark somewhere.
Our 4th player is currently at work, unfortunately for him.
Rip.
Rip, much so.
Maybe he can take the first natty one.
Possibly.
He comes back. Here you go. Die.
Just check the Skype chat there, Luke.
I can't, because it'll mess up the cameras.
You can't check the Skype, yeah.
Okay.
Go on Facebook, I think.
Yeah, too easy. Next up, we have Belvin. Belvin, tell us who you are.
I am the human paladin. I am on the path of vengeance. And just pretty much help these guys pretty much clear out most of that cave. Did a lot of the tanking. Took most of the damage. So
You did your job well.
yeah, exactly. Got a cool new shield.
Oh, that's right.
And you spiky shield.
Didn't roll so well last game, but you know.
No, he didn't.
I'm feeling better.
You still remember.
Out of like
wait,
4 rolls, I
What a
think
terrible
2 of them were once. So.
Didn't someone roll like 3 20s though in a row or something?
I rolled a couple 20s. Yeah.
Okay.
So your luck balanced out, you bastard.
Yeah. Which is good at least.
Oh, we can do our downtime rolls as well.
Oh, we could.
You go first, Brad.
I didn't make sense.
You go first this time, you bastard.
Alright. There you go.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Happy now?
No. No!
You're the most unluckiest downtime roll.
I am by far the lowest.
Hey.
That's... Ooh.
That's a,
Your downtime roll.
I was already the lowest, and now I'm even further behind.
Can we donate to get downtime points?
No. Oh, maybe. Who knows?
For $12.
You have now, brother?
Just they see our account. Microtransactions D&D.
Oh, please.
Look, this is a freemium channel. Who knows what would happen?
I'm on 90 downtime points now.
So you
Which
caught up.
which is also incredible because we now have downtime.
Oh.
The characters have come to Greenest, come back home, and have rested up. When we last left off, they were hanging around the Greenest Keep in the common hall, where the evening ale was flowing, good talk was happening, and they were telling stories about what to do next and what their actions in the cave led to. Currently standing around with them on the next table to the left is a lady in purple and grey robes. Her name is Terag. Across from her is the pretty tan-skinned human male Kemid, more of a warrior, really buff. And across from them is Governor Tabor Nighthill, the governor of Greenest, and he has thanked the group multiple times so far in this campaign for saving the day and helping with the saving of Greenest. So yeah, you're currently sitting at the table with Leozen, the half-elf monk from Candlekeep, and Castellan, the father of Belvin, and the stepfather of Sandstorm. Sorry about that, I was just doing some... and yeah, so the evening picks up from where we just left off. You guys had received I believe it was a reply from your raven,
Mm-hmm.
Casimir.
Yes.
I can't remember what it was. But that's okay.
Tozen.
Yes, it was a message from Tozen saying, "Oh, good day, hello, sir," but everyone else just heard, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" Oh yes, hello, good sir. Unfortunately, there are a few members heading towards this way. And yes, as I was flying past, I did see there was quite a lot of wagons heading east towards the coast. West towards the coast, coming from the east, from the town. Oh, I wasn't too sure if these were merchants. I think they're pretty peculiar trails. But fortunately, yes, some members of Candlekeep are heading towards Greenest. And he flutters into a ball and disappears into this little magical dark energy. So yeah, basically a fork. And disappears over the shoulder of Casimir.
Oh, that's good.
Ikram looks at you guys and says, "Well, I don't think the egg will be left in the proper care of guards, so I'm going to go downstairs and take care of it."
I'll be down shortly.
Cool. And Ikram will go downstairs. Previously, well, a couple of hours ago, Sandstorm, your stepfather, Castellan, gifted you with something that he found on your person when you were a little cub, which was a broken bronze crown, which looked like it had gem slots in it that are now currently empty. and so you've been given this half-broken crown. And Delvin, you're just sitting there in your tunic. You're having a drink, swapping stories with Dad, and sipping on a big glass of ale. Everyone's having a nice hearty feed. And from that point, Leosa
So
looks.
when do we leave for our next destination? El Toro.
Oh, well, you said you wanted to stay and wait for the dragon egg to hatch, and your friend said it was Ikram. He said it was two. It should be in 2 days. So if we want to prepare for the long journey, then it might probably be best to rest up. You all look very weary and tired, so we could probably work. The horses are ready. It's just when you decide you're ready to go. Your pay is already organized in El Terrell. There'll be a bit of a journey. You've made a trip before. It only takes about 6 days, so it shouldn't be too long, as long as we're stocked up on fresh supplies and plenty of water. Make camp a few times.
As long as we're well prepared for the journey. I'm ready to leave whenever the rest of the group is.
You don't want to train or anything, or just spend some time, focus? That's okay. Not a problem. And Castellan looks over and goes, yeah, maybe you would have some time to spar with the old man. What do you reckon? One more spar before you get out
Just
of
like
here?
old times, father. Be
Know
happy
it.
to.
Holds up his... Take it.
I didn't know there was a spa bath here.
No,
don't wanna-
guys. Warriors. When warriors train together, it's called sparring.
Ah.
Yeah.
What do you call yours? A wizardry duel.
Yeah. A zap off.
Leviosa.
Archeo bomb.
Leviosa. Leviosa.
Stop it,
It
Ron.
doesn't exist in this universe.
Oh.
Yet.
Yeah. Great spell. Yeah, just wait for this donation to come through.
Well, I'm gonna go oversee the dragon egg and make sure it all goes well.
That's yeah. Can
Make sure the
I
hatching-
do some go to the is there a library?
The current library has been... It's been ransacked. You're not too sure,
Fucked up.
but... Like, it's been damaged to some extent, but you don't think that there'll be much there. But you could definitely go and have a look. You do know that the keep has its own library, and the keep was pretty much still intact through the entire time.
Okay, I want to get How to Train a Dragon book.
And or the DVD.
Right, okay, so you head up out of the keep, which is...
Where am I? Oh yeah.
So you head on out, and just up here in the second section of the keep, you find that there are a couple sitting at a hexagonal table, very fine oak. Candles light up this pretty dim, quiet room, and there is another lady at a bookshelf just across. She looks like she's holding a rose and looks fairly morbid.
Okay.
But
Hey.
make
No.
if you're going to search for that for for something on dragon.
Something. Just anything.
Right, make an investigation check.
Because I don't think anyone has any background on how to raise and train a dragon. So
Casimir's studied dragons.
Casimir's studied dragons, but it wouldn't be like how to train or raise.
Yeah,
a
you
dragon.
know about dragons,
Yeah, true.
history and stuff, and what they do, but like you don't know how to parent a dragon.
What do you
and you're
mean?
not too. And you're not too sure either. Like you find a couple of books on tales of dragons and like fairy tales. You find a couple of books on draconic history. You even find a couple of theories on dragon biology that are pretty far-fetched and wild. But no, you can't find anything that will tell you how to train your dragon.
What about in generalized, like raising an animal or something?
Make me another check. Make me another.
Dog training.
It's just a big, dangerous dog. Nice.
Consistent.
You find one book that says puppy preschool.
Well, have a look at this.
Like you've seen how Tarbo's dog handles, and it's a bloodhound. If you say it's well trained, you think, hey, this might work.
Better than doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'll read that for a while and try to study how to have an obedient pet.
It's funny that I think Rob would be by far the best person to do like animal handling and stuff.
Yeah, but
But he's not here, the bastard.
Yeah. It's like, shit, someone's gonna do it.
Might as well be the tasty looking cat.
Hopefully not too tasty.
All right, so so you spend a couple of hours after dinner. You got some ale with you. You're going downstairs. Casimir, you're going to go see Ikram with the egg.
And is Leosin coming as well?
Yeah, if you ask, Leosin will come down with you.
Definitely. Because he taught me about dragons, so he would know more than me.
Right, so he comes. You ask him, and he comes downstairs quite happily, acceptingly. Of course, I will follow you down there. Going down 2 flights of stairs, getting down to the old sewage kind of corridor, the old storage room, which has now been makeshift into a bit of a nursery. It's by straw and some old levers being used to be put down onto the ground, onto the cold stone to warm up the bottom of the egg. At which point, in seeing that, you can see that Ikram's already beginning to move it around. He's dragging some of the straw and some of the levers into the old tunnel sewage line, and he like meets your eyes and you meet his, and he's like, "What? These eggs, they flourish better in disgusting conditions. What? So what?"
Well, you have a point.
And he's
It just stinks. Is there any pegs around?
no, but you cast a minor illusion and that peg appears on your nose.
I wish it was real.
Seriously, it's not.
So listen, have you ever actually seen a dragon egg hatch?
I know, I've not. This will be a first. That's why I'm actually quite content to stick around and watch.
I have to say, I have my concerns.
Oh, I do too. I do too. Trust me. Now, how are you going to deal with this as a pet? Are you going to keep it as a pet? Is this what you're planning to do?
It would make a powerful ally.
It would.
If it agrees to help us.
True, but
If it turns to be hostile, then we'll just have to put it down.
the older it gets, the more it'll become more independent, more aware of itself and its own prestige. I'm sure as a child, as a baby, this wormling will be you'll be able to find comfort in it. But I do not believe that it will last for long. You have to be careful with dragons as well.
How long would they take to grow up?
You know that wormlings could stay kind of wormling stage for about from hatching for about 5 years, and then maybe around 5 to 10 they reach their young adolescence.
Yeah.
And then it could take probably about 50, 70 years before they reach adulthood, and then they stay an adult for quite a long time.
So it'll be a wormling for a long time.
Yeah. But he then says the bond one forms with a dragon is no small feat. If you can gain its respect, you gain its trust, it might curve the relationship in the future.
I guess we'll find out.
Indeed. And so, do you do anything else from that point? You do know that that the egg kind of smells like that. It stings the nostril. It's kind of
Yeah.
It's using it out of some of the scales on the egg. It's got this clear sort of greeny liquid oozing out of it, and when it drops onto some of the straws, the straw kind of just melts and sizzles away.
I might back up a little bit to try and get away from the smell, and I'll just study the spell book that I had before. I still have a few spells I need to study up on.
Okay. So this is technically downtime. Luke, you've already calculated the time required to learn those spells you wanted to do.
Yeah,
have you not?
I took the gold out and everything.
Okay, all right. So is that going to take up your whole downtime?
Yeah, it'll take like 6 hours, I think.
Okay, so that's just going to be tonight and
yeah, over the next couple of days, basically.
Next couple of days, Casimir spends a lot of time in the castle study by the egg, and briefly comes into the dining hall just for a feed.
Mm-hmm.
During which time, Belvin, you enjoy a friendly, lovely, and insightful sparring session with your dad, and he tells you a few secret little techniques and a few little exercises, and you drill and train with him for the entire day. And by the end of the first day of training together, you feel a lot more strength within you. You feel a lot more buff, a lot more lean. You feel your strength is just increased by a fifth.
You had like 3 protein shakes.
Yeah,
And just pumping
from all of this, he's just like
for iron.
tells you this really good protein iron recipe. And it's just wonderful. It tastes like shit, especially just cow powder. Like powdered milk.
Cow powder. It's like powdered cows
They just get a cow, grind the shit.
in a powder.
Just powder a cow. Alright. But, so, following from that, that night goes past pretty uneventfully. The next day goes past pretty uneventfully as well, unless you guys want to do something else. Sandstorm, if you want to spend some downtime points, or if anybody wants to spend some downtime points, this is your chance to. This is where we can finally test this mechanic.
I'm good. I don't have enough points for anything.
You go first, Belvin.
Yeah, Belvin.
What's 100 downtime points?
100 downtime points will get you a tools proficiency, a skill
A
proficiency,
new car.
and no new car.
No. So tool or skill proficiency?
tool or skill proficiency. So you could take, for example, in athletics or acrobatics.
I'm thinking I might save him.
Okay, that's cool. All right, well that's cool.
I don't think anyone else has 100 yet. Damn you, Brad. You're literally almost double me now, you know?
Man, I was hoping to be a bit higher, you know, 8, so low.
Oh, that must be really unfortunate. You fuck.
It's the lowest roll I've had so far.
I hate you so much. I think my highest
So
was
much.
like 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so make you're down there with him, with Ikram. He's been tending to the egg for the last couple of days.
Sure.
You notice that in the wee hours of the afternoon, that the egg begins to rivet and shake a lot more than it has. Make a animal handling check at advantage, Casimir. With the assistance, you notice it's happening. Whoa!
Handle it.
Okay,
I
so
can use
with
inspiration
that-
if I need to.
No, you don't need to.
Ooh.
With that, see, you hear and see the cracking of the egg from the closest point, and you see out of it just these small little talons just begin to crack out of it. You hear this. Then another section of the egg begins to crack and split, and as this side of this scaled egg splits out, the scales kind of like from the egg begin to flake off and fall onto the ground. You see this little skinny, like as if a bat wing has just extended out and is just uncontrollably just moving around, followed by a small, newly scaled foot, like very cute, blunt talons just kicking out.
You let us know it all, Luke.
Yeah, if they're in the keep, I can send them a message.
You send me a little message.
Yeah, just text you.
It's just like, yeah, send me a message like,
Yeah.
I'm in labour. We're in labour, quick.
Yeah,
Quick,
Snapchat.
come, honey.
Oh, dragon just totally was born.
Where are you on the map?
We're downstairs in the keep, in the dungeon, basically.
Let's see. I'm like, quick, I'm just studying babies for dummies. I'm ready, I swear. I'm ready to be a father.
So as a large section of the egg then cracks out and falls onto the floor, you see snaking out this serpentine scaled head of this small little baby dragon.
It looks just like you, Casimir.
Black and disgusting. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like slimy.
Your eyes.
You see coming out of it, it's more just kind of is a little more taut. It looks like the scales and its skin wraps more evenly around its the bones of its mouth than any kind of dragon you've seen before. And just behind its eyes, it's nice shining. Well, not really shining, but the shining birth of new life that this creature has in its eyes. Behind those eyes, and what you can only speculate are the ears, are two little nubs, just one little nub on either side that look like little horns
Oh, so
that
adorable.
curl outwards and down, and a little head fin, a little frill with these spines coming out with these leathery membranes skin that fill the gaps between each. You see it's got like more of a matte black shine to its scales with a kind of beige undertone around the bottom of its neck and around its chest. And as it kind of like crawls and works its way out, it just on all fours, with its belly very close to the ground, just and then looks around and sees you, sees Ikram, Leozin, and Casimir all standing there, and just locks eyes. And it's going to make a perception check.
So I'd know from studying dragons that the wormlings don't speak common, right? They speak draconic.
Correct.
Like I speak draconic then.
And as it looks at you, Casimir, just going to bring up the character sheet.
But like, do baby dragons and stuff, like, do they just know the language already, or do they have to learn it from it?
Yeah, I think they know their own language. Because they're like magical creatures.
They're just born with born able to talk.
Okay. They're born with innate knowledge.
Because they're dragons. And dragons don't care about your rules.
Imagine that, like you just taught it to speak English.
It's just like that inherent feeling. It's just like, oh, what do you know? I know this.
Well, common, sorry.
I guess that's like most animals, though. They normally can communicate from birth. Like dogs and stuff.
I don't know, do they communicate? I've seen a dog's laugh, they communicate on that.
I don't know.
On the movie.
Can't say I'm fluent in dogs, so I can't really tell.
I am. See? How good is that?
Oh, perfect. Wait, I thought you were a cat.
What about, it's like Dory in Whale. I can speak whale perfectly.
How are you?
Okay. So, looking up at you, you can see it looks up to you, Casimir, and then looks like it looks up at your face. You lock eyes, and then you see its eyes wander down to your midsection, and you look at where it's looking at. You can see it's looking at the ring on your finger, the golden band with the blue sapphire inlaid. And also next to that is your coin. It's your coin pouch, one of your coin pouches that just hang off your belt. Just so. And then it looks around and starts sniffing. Then looks like it's about to eat the hay, and then stops and rears its head up. And then you see its mouth open, the bottom jaw just open wide, as out of its mouth just comes this disgusting, foul-smelling saliva that just drips out onto the hay. As the hay begins to sizzle, it's just all now disgusting. Just then snatches it up and begins to eat it.
I didn't think about it before, but it's like it's eating its own saliva. It seems kind of weird.
It looks like it's
It likes dissolved food, obviously, or dissolving food.
It likes it foul.
Yeah.
Likes it rotted. You know for a fact that red dragons, they like their meals quite charred or very well cooked. So it stands to reason that black wormlings would probably enjoy their food off. If not that, or sizzling with acid.
If black dragons are born able to speak, are they also born with like a name?
Don't know. This creature hasn't spoken yet, and it hasn't communicated in any way other than staring.
Just let me get my book out, and I'll see what it says.
At this time, Sandstorm runs downstairs.
Most animals do not speak. Oh. It's just like it's just. What's my book? Is it about dogs? Actually, it's not even about. It's about animals in general. Or is it...
It was mostly about dog training.
I'll say to it in draconic. Can you understand me?
He... Right. What? So as it's like kind of speaking like that to you, it's beginning to form words, and as it's looking confused, and it's just like, what? Where is food? Eats. Mother.
Ikram, can you get some food?
Yeah,
Ikram looks
don't
at
ask
you.
him for food.
Ikram just looks at you, just nods, and goes upstairs.
Shit, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Now I realise. Shit. Real food, Ikram.
I know, it's a mistake.
He has a deep voice for a little baby.
Is he speaking in draconic? I don't think. Does anyone else speak draconic?
Is this a home cave? Where is this? Where
For now. But we'll be travelling soon.
it's mostly like he's mostly like he is like speaking, but it's every draconic word he's putting out seems to be more like, you know, more off guard, still unkempt. The words aren't completely defined. You can't make full sense of. You can make sense of what he is trying to say, but it takes a bit of time for it to pass and to realize what he is saying.
He's just hatched, so it's pretty understandable.
And he like kind of shakes his head, just begins to start licking himself, and just like rubs his back, and he puts one wing up so he can rub his side. Some of the eggshell is still on the side of his body.
Do you have a name?
He looks at you, then ponders. A name. What is a name?
It is you. Who you are.
It is you. It is you. That's a very good explanation.
No, he is me. I am you.
What is he saying? Casimir, what is he saying?
He's not sure if he has a name, or what a name is.
We should give him a name. How about... What colour is this guy?
Black.
He scales them.
Don't be
I'm
racist now. Blackie.
Let's call him Samuel Jackson.
Oh.
Blackie, so original.
My name.
Say my name. Should we give him a name?
Arlilet. My name is Arlilet.
Oh, he has a name.
How do you spell that?
She begins to hold out a claw, and she like holds herself real quick, like thinks, and then begins to scratch into the floor, into the stonework. Her name is Draconic, and it is spelled like this. Arlilet. I am. Yes. Arlilet is I.
I'm Casimir. This is Sandstorm. And Lewison.
What's he saying? What's his name? Do we give him a name?
Her name is
Oh,
Arlilet.
her. Oh, hello, Elliot.
She doesn't understand common.
Translate for me.
You hear
I
you
come
hear her
in
say,
peace.
you hear her say, "Is that birth, mother?" Just real question.
We're all mother. I mean, I can't. I don't know what I'm saying, actually. I can't.
We
Metagame.
Okay.
we watched over you while you were inside the egg.
She then looks up at Sandstorm and like goes over towards him, snout up to like she stands nearly at hip height to you guys. Quite a large creature. Her neck comes nearly all the way up to Sandstorm's chin as she sniffs. And then she goes and bites out to the pearls.
Hey. Hey, calm down. Get out of it.
You hear,
I go to the book. I go to the book and I'm like trying to find the page to help me. How do you stop it from biting things?
you hear her look. You hear her say in draconic, "Shiny. Those orbs are very shiny."
Casimir, tell her to calm down, please.
So you like shiny things?
They look mesmerizing, delicious even.
They're not
Like
for
as she's
eating.
saying, more or less a lower growls as she's saying this, but just translate to that.
They're not for eating.
But they're pretty.
If you come with us, you can find more things like this.
Really? Okay. And she, at that point, Iquin comes down and he's holding about 3 large steaks and a goat's leg.
Oh, sure.
He just
Nice work, Ikram.
he
I
puts
thought
the
you were
goat leg
vegan.
out puts the goat leg out towards you and says, "Here you go. You're the one who speaks it. You can speak."
Good work, Ikram.
What?
Now you can go and have your bark over there.
So you do know what real food is.
Look, just because I eat bark doesn't mean I'm vegetarian. Okay? I know what creatures eat.
Then why did you force me to eat bark for all
Yeah.
those years?
He seems you lower than a
Because it was
creature.
elder bark, man. Get it together.
Anyway, I'll give Arlilet the meat.
That's how he thinks of you. Less than
As
a-
you hold the goat leg out towards her, she sniffs it, and again, just her jaw just drops down and just begins to drool this stinking, burning saliva that just begins to singe and burn at the flesh of this goat's leg.
Yeah, I'm gonna let go before
That-
it burns me.
And then she just snatches it as you drop it and just. And she just hoves into it. Has a great time. And the feeding goes on for a bit. And then Leosin will look at you and say, "Do you believe we can get to her? Do you believe that she will slow her down on our journey?"
Slow us down.
Yes.
That's hard to say.
Have you thought about the consequences of going through any any sort of region, town.
You did say we could take a shortcut through the
Yeah,
wilderness.
of course. It'll take the days down a number.
That's two birds with one stone. We avoid people, and we take the shortcut.
And what about when we get to El Terrell?
We can stay just outside and watch over.
Take turns, looking over.
Hmm.
The Hell Riders might not like it, but I'm sure you can find some way to get it in. But I am certain Onthar won't be pleased with it. Your current knowledge at the moment is quite valuable to me and to him now.
I can always cast like illusions on the dragon to make it look like a horse or something.
That is a good idea. You could definitely do that.
Yes.
So how about we leave Ikram to tending of the dragon, and we can sort out the logistics and prepare the horses for leaving.
I'll say to Arlilet, this person is going to watch over you. If you attack anyone, then you won't get any shiny things.
You also hear Leosin say in Draconic, or any food for the rest of the day. In Draconic. At which point, the dragon looks up and just kind of like snarls and then shies away. Belvin, what have you been doing for this time?
I've been at the smithy.
Mm-hmm. You've also had your armor handed over to the smithy. He's been getting the dings out.
I've been helping.
Working alongside with him. What have you been doing at the smithy?
I've also been inspecting the new shield I got, and just talking to the dwarf there and testing out, looking at its capabilities and stuff.
You show the shield to. Just need to remember his name. I remember it. Hashtag pro streamer. That's it. Colvin Bronzem Anvil, who's been working in the castle since his shop was destroyed. The dwarf is quite impressed with the make of the shield, but at seeing it, after really seeing it, he's quite impressed with how resilient dragon scales actually are. Even the horns that are attached to this kind of concave kite shield is just incredible that the shield can actually hold the dragon's horns that are attached to it and the talons that just expand out of it. And even the smell from it, that just acidic smell, he can't pinpoint the source, but he knows that it is a premium item.
Fucking mint.
Yeah, so I've just been playing around with a few things. And
yeah, you stress it to its full capabilities. It's you also do a little bit of training with it as you begin to learn that inspiring with Castling, your father, that when the opportunity presents itself, you feel the sudden urge to lunge your shield out and to hit your dad with it. So you're like it. So to you, it's a bit of that feeling of taking advantage through unfairness or foul play. That feeling exerts into you, and then sometimes it just doesn't at all. You pretty much take take the shield and whenever you just having it on your person and just walking around it, your sense of smell, you can smell the same sort of disgusting acidic smell originating from somewhere within the castle. Late afternoon of the second day. Can't understand why, but you feel it's got something to do with the shield.
So I'm starting to deduct the few things that the shield seems to be doing and helping with my senses and stuff. So yeah, just trying to get myself familiar with it.
So you spend most of that day like getting used to your shield and just using it and having a good old go, sparring with Dad. Nighttime rolls around. Evening rolls around. Leozen has come out with Sandstorm and Casimir, and they're heading over to the stables. They've got a couple of squire boys with them, and they're beginning to prep horses for the morning's ride. You hear from across the courtyard, Leozen say, "We leave at dawn. The earlier we leave, the better, the best we'll get to El Terrell. If we're going to take the shortcuts, we'll have to travel a couple of days along the trail towards Burdusk, but then we'll have to cut through the hillsides. I know it could be quite a dangerous trek, but we will reach the Skirnbull Bridge in no time if we take that way. We'll still have to pass through a civilization nonetheless before we get to Burdusk. I mean, before we get to El Terrell, but better one than two, if you know what I mean." And he goes over and grabs a horse and begins to lead it over to the stables, from the stables to the saddling area, ties it off on the reins peg.
So going to El Terrell.
So I'm guessing the dragon is hatched then.
Yes, it has.
What are your first impressions? Do you think it is viable to keep this dragon?
I believe so. It didn't show any hostility. It seems only interested in eating and, well, shiny objects so far. But it's agreed to come with us in exchange for shiny objects.
It's really hard to tell what a dragon might do, though.
I agree. So we'll keep a close eye on it.
Hopefully it doesn't cause any troubles for our travels.
Yes, we decided to cut through the wilderness rather than follow the busy roads, so to avoid people.
Wise choice if we're going to bring the dragon along with us.
Are preparations finished to leave? Kyle.
What'd you say? I thought you were talking to...
I was, but
Belvin.
like, are preparations ready to proceed? Like for us to leave?
Oh yeah. So it doesn't take too long for you guys to get the horses ready. Got a lot of hands with you to do so. Leozen tells you that leaving at first light will probably be best to sneak the dragon out of town.
Yep.
And just so not a lot of people, more or less the guards will pretty much know, but townfolk pretty much won't. Until, rumors might spread. But from that point, you guys will be gone.
But yeah, when we do try and leave, I'm going to cast Silent Image on it to make it look like a horse.
Okay. Cool. And make it look like a horse. horse.
Well, it's like
Oh.
it's pretty much as big as a horse, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how big was it again?
It's pretty much the size of like a large dog.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It's at least up to your like over your hips.
But it'd be pretty wide though, like heaps wider than a dog
Yeah.
would be.
You're a lot wider than a dog.
Yeah.
The like length of it is from head tip to tail tip is probably about what 8 feet. It's quite long.
No idea.
Fair enough.
So yeah, it's like 3 meters long.
But for now, we have a danger lizard.
Yeah. Guys have a danger. But yeah, so day passed. What do you guys do for the rest of the night? And Castling catches on that you're going to leave.
Early.
Yeah, leaves early and says he's going to be there for you to say goodbye. And he lets you know that that no matter what, there will always be a home here. And whenever times get tough, just know that we all of us owe you so much, and we'll be thinking about you.
I'll ask Castellan to look after Ravenforge. Although there's not much left to be looked after, but
No, there is nothing left of Ravenfall. That building is gone. But Terrag and Kamed look over to you and say, "Don't worry, we can still operate out of the library. You'll be fine. As long as the Green Guards will have us."
we'll be back as soon as, well, hopefully we deal with the army of kobolds.
The what?
The cultists.
Oh, you said kobolds. I was like, the army of kobolds.
Aren't they kobolds?
There is kobolds.
Not all
Well,
of
there's
them.
kobolds. There's
Okay.
That's like part of the army.
You know what I mean.
They're not the kobold, not the
Well, we do
army.
now.
So far, it's been
Goodbye.
so far. Right. So continuing on, you guys get another night of sleep.
Oh, good.
By the time you guys
out.
wake up, Ikram comes to you guys and says, "Look, I'm not going to bring the dragon up through the castle. Okay, I'm going to. How about I meet you guys when you leave? Bring a horse with you for myself. I'll meet you down by the stream at the old tunnel entrance. That dragon can come out a lot more quietly."
That's a good idea. But you don't speak draconic. So
No, I
I
don't.
should go. Well, I'll come with you, Ella.
Fair enough. Might want to pack some saddlebags.
Belvin, are you alright to handle things up here?
I should be able to handle everything.
Then we'll meet you down by the stream.
Meet you there.
Okay. So a few of the guards have that are doing the night shift have realised what's going on. A couple of the guards have woken up. Tarbor's there. Markup is there. Terrag and Kemet are there. And they're all just watching and having a general conversation with each other while you guys sort yourselves out, get onto your horses and get going. By the time you guys are mounted up on your horse, which Castellan will help you up onto your Belvin and Sandstorm, Leozin's up on him and he looks over towards Kemed and Terrag and says, "Thank you so much. I'm sorry this has happened. But just know that from this, we have gained a much greater knowledge, and hopefully this will not happen again to another settlement. I wish you all the best, and please do not worry. I'll make sure that your friends are looked after.
Oh, before I forget, there'll be some wizards from Candlekeep coming to assist the town. If they're not needed, please send them on to El Terrell. They might be able to help us out there.
Tarbor looks at you and goes, "Why didn't you tell me earlier, boy? That is incredible. Yes, thank you so much. Their wizardly, their arcane knowledge and abilities would be fantastic help around here. Especially for service and guards. Oh, God. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you." You can see a couple of guards come over with fully loaded backpacks and saddlebags for the horses, and they throw it all on, and they let you guys know, okay, each of you guys has about 10 days rations. There's enough bedrolls and water skins in here, and we've also snuck in a few fireball brandies for you to drink. Wink. But yeah, you guys should be right for your journey. You guys will have everything you need in these saddlebags.
Could we also get some, like, big chunks of meat?
As you descend down the stairs with Ikram, you can see that. Well, as you descend down the stairs, you see Ikram with Arlilet, and he's already affixing. Even though not speaking draconic, he still seems to be able to commune with the beast in more of a primal way.
Druids.
As he's connecting, you see that he's filling each saddlebag with dried, wrapped up meats, and he's pretty much trying to show her that how to get some food out when she's hungry. All she's got to do is just turn her head towards the saddlebag, use her tongue or her teeth to flick the bag open, and then just grab it out. And that's how she can self-feed. And she can also self-carry, and Ikram gets a couple of coins and drops them into a saddlebag, and she gets really happy. Just goes, and she goes, "Ooh, gold, silver, golds and silver. They're delicious. Oh, they look fantastic." That's what you hear, Ikram. Casimir. Welcome to Season 2 of Dragon's Brew, folks, where your DM, myself, gets character names completely mixed up.
At least
We
12
run
times
this
a
stream
session.
that's 12 times.
At least 12 times.
We run this channel 100% for charity. Just below the stream, you can see the banner for our current charity and a menu for what your donations could possibly help our players with. In any way, shape, or form, your support is greatly appreciated, and we're all going to try to work to a great cause while playing some Dungeons & Dragons and being complete and utter nerds. So feel free to help out if you ever want to give our characters some natural ones or some nat 20s or some healing dice, which will be greatly appreciated. Anyway, back to the story. You guys are up on your horses. Castellan comes over and shakes both Sandstorm's and Belvin's hands, and then says, "Travel well, and let the knowledge of Helm guide you." And then he smacks the rear of your horses at the exact same time and says, "Yeah!" And they go, rear up. Ikram and Belvin. Ikram and Casimir. God, that's 13. Damn it. Ikram and Casimir downstairs in the dungeon of the castle take the old sewer drain out into the old tunnel exit underneath the grate, which has been rigged up at this time, so you don't have to try to open it up. As you get to the stream, you can see 5 horses, 2 two have no riders on it, approaching you. Both, all three of them, Belvin, Sandstorm, and Yozing, come to a slow halt just in front of you. The horses seem a little unsteady. Give me an animal handling check there, Belvin and Sandstorm, as you rear up at the side of this strange, scaly, leathery-winged beast.
Do I get any bonuses for reading my book?
Not for horses, no.
I read the book and everything. It told me how to control beasts.
Maybe you should ride a dog instead.
Like, you think you could get along with stray dogs now, but Belvin, even in your heavy plate armor, you tug on the reins, pull it taut, and just dig your thighs into the side, and just steady the horse. Sandstorm,
This book, it's only dogs. It's only dogs. Ah.
You try to pat the horse on its head as it rears up, and you just tumble off and back onto the ground. And an awkward, slow, hilarious fall, and just fall into the river.
I need to get on the back of turn the book over, and you know how those books, how they got, like, if there's a set, they have the front covers of the other books in the back.
Yeah,
And it's
next
like,
volume.
Turn over the back, it's like how to train a horse, how to train a dragon. It exists. I gotta find this book.
Yeah. Chapter 7.
An old book, you reckon you could find it? You're not too sure.
That's the dog version. That's it.
Right,
If on a dog guide, I'm ready.
So, with that, you guys leave and get out onto the road, onto the, sorry.
Can we put like a tarp over the dragon?
You mean give it its own little cloak?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you can do that as you're leaving town. You can see this old dark brown tarp of cloth that's just hanging down the side of a house, just by strings and rope.
Nice.
Do you take it down?
I sure do.
So you untie it?
Yeah.
You fly over to it, untie it, bring it up towards Arlilet, and she's just like, "What? What are you doing?
Just bear with it for now.
What is it?" And so do you tie it like around her neck and underneath her arm?
It's a cloak. And like put it over its head a bit. Just so it's not like obvious immediately what it is.
Alright, so it's kind of just got this cloth, this sheet just over its head. It's going down its neck, and it's just been
And like all down its back.
around. Yeah, all the way down its back, and it's just like just looks up at you, just like
I promise
it
I'll
dances. It
take
dances in the wind.
it does.
She kind of rears out her wings and like kind of flaps them, and he's like, "Oh, I can still flap my wings." Oh.
So you like it?
It's pretty good. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like it. I like it. And with that, she's just walking slowly around behind you and goes, "Where are we going?"
We are going to El Terrell.
"Where's that? What is that? Can I eat?"
No, it's a town.
Ah, I see. What's a town?
People live in towns.
Can I eat in towns?
No, but there is food there.
Yum.
What are you saying?
Do you know where that book is? We have to find the next volume.
Yeah. That's our quest to find all the volumes.
You need to get a better library.
Well, technically,
I need a book.
technically,
Can I learn a language? Is that a thing?
Do you have the downtime points for it?
Oh, I meant just like in general, just
Oh yeah, you can.
read
You can.
read a book and then just
It will take.
learn like hello, goodbye, learn like the
Yeah.
basics.
You can work with Ikram. Well, not Ikram, but Leozin and Casimir
Yeah, to learn.
to learn
And-
like just
and
basic
dragon.
draconic.
Yeah.
The dragon corrects you, just like, no, that's not how you say it.
Yeah.
It's not how.
What's hello? What's hello? Casimir?
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Yeah.
Hello is
I-
hello.
Okay. Ready? Hello. I did it. I think-
Yeah. As you stare back at the dragon while you guys are on horseback, even though you guys are at a meandering trot, the small dragon is still able to fairly well keep up, but she's doing more of a sprint than a run.
So she's gone like flat out.
Basically,
Might have to
there's
slow down a bit
there's
then.
There's a few points where she's gotta slow down a little bit, and she like gets puffed out. She
Arlilet.
licks grass to try and get some moisture, like to try drink. Just
I'll slow down a bit and give her some water from the water skin.
she licks it up off out of your hands. Quite very thankful for it. And goes, delicious. Then she like lifts her head up, and the breeze rushes past you all. And she looks back at her wings, and she goes, I'm going to do it. And she begins to go back into a full sprint. You see her her wings begin to awkwardly go out one at a time. Like the left goes flying out, but the right one goes up and curls back and comes out as if they've never been used before, just stretching out and begins to one flaps down while the other, in a very awkward attempt at flying. But then she gets the point of it and keeps her wings out, and the rushing air catches the leathery membrane of her wings. You see lift from the wind begins to catch her. She then flaps down once, twice, and she glides up off the ground.
Uh-oh.
Goes for a good 60 feet, but
Ikram.
then lands.
Ooh.
And she just looks back and goes, She looks like she can glide.
We'll practice flying once we stop for a rest.
Okay, she says. Continuing on, everyone roll a d6. As you guys head off into the green rolling plains of the green fields, traveling through the very well-worn trail that many, many merchants use. And it's all very quiet. The first 2 days pass completely uneventfully. There's a lot of gliding training, a lot of easy stops, easy rests. A little bit of sparring and training is done with Leozin. He carries a quarterstaff with him as he travels, and he will happily train with anyone if they want to. Is there any specific you guys want to do during those times?
We can practice a bit of draconic. Sandstorm.
Hello.
All right, Sandstorm, make me a insight check. Actually, just make me an intelligence check. Just an intelligence check.
Alright.
Did you want to start learning as well, Brad?
Nah.
Well, it's a very strange occurrence. During the teaching of the language, the draconic, Sandstorm seems to pick up hello, goodbye, stop, fly, bite. Nothing more than just basic words, really. Just it's more just like roars and rahs and grrrs and really low growls that he's able to understand, but it kind of like gets confused with purrs. So he's like,
Put on a cat.
whereas Belvin, while this is going on and you're chilling out, doing a bit of drilling with your shield and sword, there's a really weird sensation. You begin to understand completely draconic. Everything that Leozin,
Axe. He said no.
everything Leozin, Casimir, and the dragon is saying. There's like this chilling feel from your shield, as all their growls and low gurgles begin to make sense to you, as if in another language. While you hold the shield, while you are attuned to the shield, you know draconic.
Axe.
Sin is struggling. Hello.
You can understand it. You can't speak it. Or
I can't
right.
speak.
That'd be so funny if Belvin just comes up and starts correcting Sandstorm. Just like, wait a minute, how do you know this?
But you can't tell me.
Nah, he can just understand it. Yeah.
He just says, "Nah, you're wrong, mate. You're wrong."
Yeah, you're
Nah,
wrong.
that was-
I know. I can't tell you what's right, but you're wrong.
That
I
tone
just
was
have a
completely
couple,
off.
I just laugh a little bit under my breath every time Sandstorm's like trying to say something. Just,
I am a wanker. Did I get it right? Hello, how you going?
That's completely right.
Try again.
Okay, so with that, the third day also passes uneventfully. In that, you go off the beaten track, head on more north as you've been heading northeast. Go on an old trail that's very well worn. Some of the hills become craggy, rocky crags, outlines of previous formations of mountains, hills, or even areas where armies have rolled past. There begins to be a bit of dense foliage as the hills become more and more rough. On the fourth day traveling through, you guys come to a scene. Approaching, as you guys are approaching from the south. Where's the thing? You guys can see what looks to be a wagon stuck on a bit of a trail. So you guys are at the very top of the screen. And just let me throw in everyone else, because I missed two, such as
Motherfucking dragon.
some motherfucking dragon. Why isn't she coming on screen? I don't know, but oh well, we're just going to go with this. Leozin's also going to also be on here. I'm just going to assume that you guys are on your horses until you say you're not, until you get off your horses. But you're currently heading in.
Holy shit.
Right.
Jesus Christ, it's a dragon.
And also, over the last few days, the amount she's been eating, Ikram's has been going and hunting for game and larger food stocks for her because she pretty much got through all of her food within the first day and a half.
I expected that.
Well, we have to find some fresh food.
My spidey senses are tingling that we might be able to feed her something soon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you see in front of you about as you guys are approaching, you see the side of a wagon that has had one of its wheels bump on a large stone of sort, but the some of the wooden spokes and the actual wheel of the wagon has pretty much splintered, cracked, and it looks like a man is working to fix it currently. Make me perception checks.
Ikram.
You see Ikram's like staring and just looks over at the dragon and says, I'll just stay back with Arlilet, okay? She takes a few steps, and he takes a few steps back off his horse. Okay, so nope. So Belvin, what you see beyond the wagon is beginning to approach. A man is currently standing up on this about 10 foot rocky ledge. You see he's brandishing a bow, and he's got an arrow knocked, but it's not pulled and pointed at you. He stares and goes, "Woo there! What you doing on this road? What's your business?"
He's like, we are
I
just
think we
making
found
our
food.
way to El Turel.
He looks back over at the caravan and says, "Good, we'll pass quick. Keep to your own business."
Does they look like food, Casimir?
Are you sure you were not in need of assistance?
No, we're fine. We're good, thanks. On your way.
I think they're a bit shady.
I'm just going to cast Silent Image on the dragon to make it look like a horse before it comes into view, basically, of him. I'm guessing he
Oh,
can't
he's
see
already-
it now. Okay, never mind then.
Oh,
Never
As
mind.
he
shit.
casts a spell, he pulls the bow back and says, "Whoa!
Hmm?
What are you doing there? To that donkey? That's a small donkey. Why are you bringing a mule?"
Oh, I didn't notice.
Let's just carry some of our supplies.
Oh. He just looks over and sees the saddlebags on the side of this donkey. He's just like,
That was a good move. I didn't even think of the fucking dragon as a crazy thing. It's like, Jesus, these guys got dragons, and like dragons are killing you as well.
Well,
We're gonna have to
it's-
have like a something on the dragon to make it look like a good dragon, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, make it
I
like a
think
different colour.
Dragon.
But like,
Yeah, like
I think
like Team Rocket have their thing. We versus Team Rocket. We want ours to have something to say, like, it's not a baddie guy.
big R on it.
But
I think
yeah,
because I think like, regardless of colour, like good or bad dragons are gonna scare most people. Because
like dragons in
they're
general,
fucking
you're
dragons.
scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's not a part of the army. We need to like have team colours or something, have team shirts and
We can put like stripes on it.
yeah.
Paint like yellow stripes
think-
down the side.
Yellow stripes.
I don't know. What colour team are we?
I don't know.
I know some of you guys would have to work out and discover for yourselves.
Anyway,
They have to get a team name, get a logo.
so are we just gonna walk down and try and pass by them?
Yep.
And I'll whisper to Arlilet. Don't say anything. Don't growl. Just be quiet and pass by.
Just
The donkey kind of nods.
is there any way round this road, this path?
As you look around, if you got off your horses and began to get up on top of the rocky crags and try to get around through the thick bushes and rock paths, it'll take you quite some time to go around.
So is there nowhere we can get past them? Like on the road?
No, you pretty much have as you look, you pretty much figure you have to go single file past the wagon. You can see that there's a man, Delvin and Sansom. There's a man working on the side of it, but you also can see what looks to be on the other side of the cliff of the ledge. Two men that are pretty much standing around broken barrels, and it looks like they are shoveling things with their hands into bags as you guys come around the corner.
Alright, well, I'm gonna yell out to the guys, like, so you do not mind if we pass straight by you guys? We'll make sure we're quick.
You just go straight past, nothing more, nothing less, just be on your way, mind your own business. Arrows Arrow's still a little, like, not completely, it's still taut, but it's more pointed at the ground instead of at you guys.
Easy,
So
friend. We mean no harm.
Let's be on then. Make sure
Start heading down.
make sure the mule is in the middle, so it doesn't get.
I've got this. I'll just like put a hand on its head basically and like guide it along.
I'll go first.
Okay, so as you begin to go past the wagon, you can see that this large wagon, probably about shoulder height. In the back, it's got several rolled up leathers and hides, a few banged up shields on the sides, what looks to be an ale cask on the side with a spigot hanging out, two chests and a few barrels in the back. As you guys begin to pass, you hear the red-haired man that's sitting as the wagon master, still with the reins of the horses, holding the horses steady, saying, "Come on, put your backs into it, get moving. We need to get that gold and get it shoveled in quick." It's at that point he turns around and notices you all, and says, and he just nods and turns his head back around, and looks like he's beginning to whisper something. Make a perception check. Whoever's in front. Who's heading in front? Move your tokens to where.
Belvin.
I'd say Belvin, yeah.
Yeah, I was in front.
Nice.
You hear him whisper, "Hurry, we have company. Get moving." You see that there is another man just up on the ledge as well, brandishing a bow, and beside the two men that are working, there is a dwarf in blue traveling gear and green boots, and he holds a crossbow loaded, and he just stares at you intently. You see that as you're passing between the rear of the horse and the front of the wagon, you can see two barrels that have been broken, and scattered on the ground is golds, silvers, coppers, jewels, shiny, mundane items such as candelabras, silver plates, valuable little trinkets and nicknames, all
I'm
laying
just-
scattered out.
I'm just gonna say, you guys are making it awfully suspicious of how hurried and rushed you guys feel. No need to feel so threatened by everybody, unless, of course, you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing.
He looks at you guys and, bandits and all don't want to be ambushed at any time. Smart to have suspicions there. Who knows what could happen? This is when it comes to people's valuables.
But how did your barrels get smashed up so far away from the wagon? It doesn't look like you've had much else fall away.
Bit of carelessness at speeds, just driving nice and quick, and it just sort of fell out. Not properly secure, and see how it is.
Do they all look like they're from like the same group? Like they all look like they're working together?
Yeah, they all look pretty much as comrades. You see that the archer just up on the cliff behind the wagon is a bit more relaxed than the other one was. He's doesn't have to worry too much, seeing as the other archers down the bottom, but you can't really see the other man on the other side. But you can tell that there's someone over there working on the side of the wagon.
Can we tell if he's like telling the truth or hiding it?
Make an insight check.
I have advantage on insight checks from the cube.
So yeah, as you pull your cube out just from underneath your robes, hovers in your hand on the other side of the horse, spins around. You feel like this guy's not being 100% legit with the intent of what he's doing. It sounds like he's looking to get away from someplace and get someplace else than just being a merchant. Otherwise, if he was a merchant, he might have been on a more secure road.
Yeah.
Especially with a wagon of this size.
I'll message Belvin and say his story doesn't add up, basically. Why would he be out here if he was a merchant?
Alright, well, I'm just going to be like, pretty strange for a merchant to use these dangerous roads. Wouldn't you have more care for your products in the wagon?
Yeah, time constraints that most traders put on everyone these days. It's all about get here at the fastest convenience.
Can I, while they're chatting, can I be sneaky and have a look under the sheets?
Yeah, make a stealth check.
Difficult.
And also move your token down.
Where's my token? Where is it?
I can move your
Where is
token.
Should stop that.
Nah, it's all good.
What's in here?
Yeah, make that stealth check as you come to the
What's
back
in the box?
back of the wagon. Okay, so while you see that the guy up on top, the archer up on top, is kind of distracted, he's just not really caring, he's looking around, looking at a bird fly past. You sneak on out of the line of sight of the other archer, and just quickly pull over one of the rolled up levers that sits on top of a kind of open crate. You can see, make a perception check. Actually, make an investigation check.
Damn.
Not that bad.
You can see that in this crate. There's the wood's not completely flush. It's like someone's made this out of pallet wood. It doesn't just completely line up flush.
Yeah.
You can see that in between the gaps, not only does it look like there's sweet potatoes and corn piled up into this crate, but you also see towards the bottom shiny objects such as what you can assume to be coins, maybe, or even trinkets and knickknacks.
Okay. I
You even see one ring. Make a history check.
Oh.
Just at the very, very last second, you see. You have no idea. Like, doesn't ring too much of a bell. It looks like a wedding ring.
Can I describe this ring to Casimir? Hey, Casimir, there's potatoes, but you know what? Underneath potatoes, there's shiny things. And there's this ring, and it looks something like this. I'm describing you what it looks like right now. And do you know what it is?
Oh, from your description, yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag meta. Roll for history.
So do I?
Disadvantage.
Do I roll?
So pulled down.
Do I roll history?
Yeah, roll history disadvantage.
Okay. No, it's not that bad.
His description rings familiar. The symbols on the band that he tells off sound like they're dwarvish.
Dwarvish. We don't know.
At which point the redhead wagon master, he's kind of wearing a long cloak, sends down his sides. He's wearing what looks to be quite a thick shirt with long sleeves and a bit of a high collar. He looks back at Belvin and says, "Well, on your way."
Are you sure you do not need any of our help? We would
No.
be happy to help you fix your wagon and get you on your way quicker.
No, it's fine. Look, we have this under control. Just get. And then he pauses for a sec and stares at Casimir.
It's
And then
rude.
just looks back at you and says, "Get out of here. Go."
It's rude to stay, you know.
Do you have any potatoes or something? I'm feeling quite hungry.
He just stares at you and then he's going to. You see his eyes sort of widen. And then he says, "No, we're good."
Are you sure? I have a keen sense in my nose. I can say I can smell potatoes.
Make
I am a cat after all.
Make an insight. Make an insight check there, Sandstorm. As you're looking at this man with red hair, you know something's quite oddly familiar about him.
Redhead.
Back at the camp, when a whole bunch of cultists were running over from their food into the general area, you notice that there was quite a similar looking man to this guy right in front of you that was charging over. You couldn't make out his face, but you could easily make out the a burned hair on top of his head and the scraggly red beard that draped underneath his mask. Put a mask on his face and he'd fit the bill completely.
Like,
You know what your hand up?
he's got the same eyes.
It's like, oh my god. Guys, he's a cultist food guy.
I'll lean back and whisper to Sanson. It's like, "Are you sure?"
Yes.
Make a stealth check on that.
I'm pretty sure. Stealth check?
To whisper?
Both Belvin and Sandstorm make a stealth check on this one.
Oh, whispering. Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Belvin.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't have disadvantage for this, right? Because he's not like moving.
Yeah, he's just...
Yeah.
Big yelling.
It's like
It's just
the armor acts as, the armor acts as a speaker.
Why? Why? So loud.
You would have just heard me say, "Are you sure?"
Yeah. I did hear me. Yeah. Sure.
Yes. Context.
At which point he just looks at you and goes, "You sure about what?" You see him put his hand back on the other side of the seat.
I have the dragon pin, right, with the claw marks.
Yep.
So I think to get a good reaction out of him, I'm gonna turn to him and be like, "As a merchant, I want to get your opinion on this trinket I found along the road. Do you think it'd have some value?" And I pull the trinket out.
Baiting.
Much, aren't we? It's like, what?
Oh, dear.
You see his eyes widen. He gulps. There's a few beads of sweat appear on his brow, and he just breathes heavily into, in and out. Just can't say I have, friend.
Fuck, you know.
And he's holding himself up straight and holding himself back. He's just staring at it and staring at you, eyes dashing back the front. And he turns his head towards.
I'll hold up my cube. Get ready to cast
And
the spell.
I go, what about this horn?
And he looks at the
That's
horn.
Lorenzo's horn, and I just hold it up.
Lorenzo.
What's his name?
Langdon
Langdon Rosa. Pull his horn up. I found this horn on someone's head,
And someone's
and I
corpse.
cut it off.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Right.
Oh. I'm just
So that-
waiting until they strike first.
At that point, his mouth just goes wide and just goes, "No," and stares at you, Sandstorm.
What did I say? What did I say his name was?
Lorenzo.
Renzo.
Oh fuck.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Lorenzo. That's fun.
At that point, you see him quickly brandish a scimitar from out behind him and says, "Don't worry about the gold, kill these fuckers!" And stands up on
And then
top.
it's just like,
Exactly as expected.
And it's
Just
just
like-
like, it's not a
I knew
donkey.
something was wrong.
Yeah. That's not a donkey. This is a donkey.
Alright, I'm gonna
Fire-
unsheath my
It's
sword
got acid
and
breath.
bring my shield over.
Okay. So, as he does that, or as you do that,
I'll say.
I'm
Oh,
gonna get some music, and we're gonna take. How about we take a quick break, go to the toilet, real quick. I'll set up everything, and I'll also do a spiel for our charity as well. Just because my computer's just being a little slow right now, it's just really, really annoying.
Max.
Lorenzo.
Okay, we're just like hints, and I'm just like fucking. What do I-
Lorenzo.
Trying to be like subtle about it. And you're just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this horn."
Yeah.
Let's not have his head. Like, what about this head?
Yeah. Would this decapitated head sell for much?
I've got master. Too much. Oh,
I do actually have his greatsword on my back as well.
don't you have his shield or someone's shield as well? We're like
Yeah.
so obvious.
It's not that obvious.
Yeah, I've got the one of the small like little kobold type things shield
Yeah.
that had the dread wall, and then I've got Langdoros's long greatsword on my back.
Hello, role player.
Just keep going. What about this sword? What about this? Get all this stuff they own.
What about all this?
It's like, what about these pictures we took after we killed him? See, look, this is,
What's that of?
this is us posing.
It's like a movie where they take like selfies with a corpse.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, that's terrible.
Is this real
I'll be right
life?
back.
close enough. That's like dragons and magic, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back too.
So I will. So everybody, as I am setting up the scene for our next fantastic encounter, this is the channel of Dragons and Cats, and we are playing the first episode, the 10th episode which is our first episode for season 2 of Dragon's Brew, a Tyranny of Dragons kind of homebrew game. We're currently just going through and traveling from Greenest to the city of El Torel, where the characters are going to receive compensation for their heroic actions that they took to save the town of Greenest. And they've currently stumbled across a wagon that is pretty suspicious. Suspicious. I just can't talk right now. I'm trying to talk and do things at the same time and just realize, hey, multitasking. No, you cannot.
Nope.
No, you cannot. And so, with that, this stream is run entirely 100% for charity now. Every time we play, we will be playing to assist those.
Charities?
And now my Twitch is just, yes, so we do now run this channel 100% for charity, and we are now for next 2 months, we are going to be backing the Cancer Council of New South Wales here in Australia. That will help with research towards fighting a cure for cancer on those who have suffered from cancer.
Yep.
Why isn't my computer just working? Which I'd love it to do.
It's a Mac.
Word are hard role player 144101. See, as you can see, they're just so hard tonight for some reason. Wordsmith usually, but now it's just horrible. If you scroll down, you also see the banner for our charity, the Cancer Council. Click on that, and your donations will help our players throughout the game and campaign. Even if it's just as little as $1, you can give one character a D8 healing dice, which will help them in the long run, more than likely. $5 will give them a nat 20, and $10 will give me the chance to give them a nat 1 on their saving throws. And yeah, so there is a shopping menu basically down the bottom if you want to have a look at that. And we really, really do appreciate anything that you can send towards us, or even just viewing and giving a follow, anything like that. It just would be fantastic as we're trying to grow this channel and make it a lot more funner for everyone involved to play with. And hopefully it can bring you more games in the future, which will be cool. I would like to do that.
Alright.
So,
That guy's got a massive mustache. Oh, there's two of them. 2 mustachios.
2 mustachios.
Where the
Come
fuck
out
did
of-
these guys come from?
So I'll explain that in a minute. As the 2 men who are branded, who are hanging out by shoveling gold and gems into bags. One of them has a short sword on his side. The other one has a great axe across his back. And as he stands up, he looks over to you. They all look over to you guys. Where is that thing? I'm missing a thing. There it is. There's that thing. Sorry about this, everyone. And also, the man that was fixing the wagon using this bit of a set of tools stands up, and he's also got this fantastic, quite large-sized great axe across his back. And as the wagon master grabs his scimitar at the same time, he reaches behind his back and pulls out a mask and slides it onto his head. And then says, "For the glory of Tiamat."
Let's do
Is this cultist guy? Hey. Got everything just in the wrong place. Okay, so this guy's over here. And let's get some tunes cranking for some fights. Is that loud enough for everyone? Let me know how the volume is for you guys in chat as well.
Let's do this. Fuck cultists.
Oh, indeed, indeed. Okay, so. Crits for critters, yes. I love that. Crits for critters. That is a fantastic charity name for animals. I'm going to suggest that to my friend because he does the kind of exact same thing, but does it playing video games for a animal shelter. And I think will be maybe one of our charities in the next couple of coming months will be Hunter Animal Rescue, a organization that deals in the relocation of foster puppies.
Cool.
Hunter's an area, not a job, by the way, in case you're not familiar with it.
Yes, we are in Australia. It's a thing. It's a thing. We're not killing puppies. Yeah.
Hunter.
Yeah. We're supporting the hunter animal conservation. Like,
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Let's do the fun thing and roll some initiative.
Oh, yeah. Do we get any surprise attacks since we surprised the hell out of them with our items?
No one.
Holy shit, okay. I don't want to... I'm sorry.
Oh, you're so normal.
Sorry, guys.
The guy with the best initiative.
Yeah, jeez. So slow.
We have Leosin too, don't we?
Yeah, he's way out
yes.
back somewhere.
I forgot about him.
Are you going to control the dragon, Kyle?
I'll control the dragon.
Yeah, cool.
Leosin at this point is going to focus on someone else. Alright, so let's take a look at this. So, Casimir for 23.
Nice.
Belvin 21. Just go delete a few of these other ones from the previous game that we were in. Sandstorm's got 13. And I'm just going to say for the fun of it that they can all go on the same turn because I don't. Because where are my dice? Alright.
3 L's in the USA.
Really? I did not know that. Why would you visit hell? Horrible idea.
Maybe it's got really nice weather.
Go to hell. I was like, okay, I'll go home.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Yeah, it's not too far. It's about an hour drive.
Yeah. Shit. There's probably so many of those jokes if you live there. You don't
Oh yeah,
realise.
they're probably just like, shut up.
Oh no, going to hell.
Oh, not that joke. Again.
Oh, again. Right, so, first up is Casimir.
Alright.
What are you going to do?
I am going to send a scorching ray at this guy. So the first one, I'm guessing a 20 hits.
20 smacks him straight in the face.
Nice.
Oh god, what happened?
So I get 3 rays. Does a
Yeah,
15 hit him?
No, with that he brings his scimitar up and uses the flat of the blade as your scorching ray hits his sword. You see, it goes a little. It becomes a little scorch and shard from the fire, but you reckon it's just soot.
And last one. 22 will hit him. So he takes 18 fire damage.
Okay, so those other two would just catches him on the side. One hits him on hip, scorching a little bit of his cloak. The other one hits him on the shoulder, burns a bit of his mantle that he's got.
And how high are these rocks here?
10 feet up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hop off my horse and fly up on top of this rock here.
Okay.
So I can basically see everything that's going on.
Yeah. Alright. So next up, it is Belvin's turn.
Alright, I am going to use Bless. So on my horse, just gonna start chanting. May Helm bless you.
Do you say it quietly or do you shout it at the top of your lungs?
I'll shout it.
In your inside voice.
May hell bless you! You pull out, your long sword, one armed.
Yeah.
And let's roll for Ikram. Actually, Luke, would you like to play Ikram for this combat?
Sure.
Excellent.
You just have to give me control of his character sheet.
I thought I'd done that.
Oh, I do actually.
Okay, cool. Yeah, still it is your turn there, Belvin. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I did that, and I'm going to jump off my horse and jump up on the carriage next to this guy.
Next to him on the wagon, correct?
On the wagon, yeah, because he's on the wagon still.
Yep.
And I'm going to shield bash him.
Alright, so shield bash, give me the rundown of how you're going to do that. Let me just look at it real quick. Attack on return, bonus action, try shove him. So you got to try hit him first with an attack, and then you can shield bash him.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
21. 21 would hit though.
No, I have to actually I
right.
have to attack him first.
Yep.
Alright. Then
Alright, so make me an athletics check going from your horse to the carriage. It's a bit of an awkward angle.
Yeah.
Andrew,
I will use my inspiration that I get.
Oh.
inspiration. See, it's at these points where when donations would come in, if someone had donated $2, you would have advantage on this roll given to you by our audience. So, but just when that mechanic comes in.
That would be nice. Or
future.
people can be like, you can have a natty 1.
Yeah.
Again.
Inspiration?
It's like rolled a natty 1, inspiration, then someone's like,
natty
donate.
Does he?
Take that
Do they
natty.
choose who gets it, or just gives it to the DM?
Yeah, they can just choose. Well, for the natural ones, it's always that will always go to me, and then I can dish it out at my own pace.
On the best timers.
Or going through that, it will be specified who will get who, or it'll be for everyone. Or I can just dish it out. It's something we will work on in the future. Till then, we will keep on.
Keeping on.
Oh, that's okay. As long as you're watching, we're just happy that you're here. Roleplay.
It's alright. We're all broke.
Well, also, the Australian dollar is much lower than the US dollar. So,
Yeah. Rip.
Well, does that athletic pass at least?
that one, yeah, you feel your foot get caught a little bit in the stirrup, in the saddle, but then you just shake your leg, you're loose. You bring that leg up and over and kick off your horse on and at him. Now you can make your attack roll as you get 1 foot over onto the wagon. And wow, I should really change the size proportions, but I think I might. Yeah,
That guy's huge.
my computer just wants to work.
Oh, doesn't matter if he's big or not.
Just
We'll
cut.
fuck him up.
Just cut his legs off.
I'm just going to do so. Click you.
I like to think that their mustaches are actually like as big as your head.
They're not giants.
And the
not
mustaches are giant. Look how big they are. They're fucking massive.
They are. actually.
They only
Oh,
go
my
out
head.
to about here.
They're only like a foot long each.
All right, so simmer down.
Are they naked?
No, one of them is already shirtless. The other guy, on his turn, will do something silly.
He's got
Yeah,
no
if that's what
pants.
he's wielding.
Where's their pants?
You just can't see them over their gut. Not under their gut.
Yeah,
Alright, well that's...
but there must be short shorts then. I was that just their feet.
You know, circus performers, always naked.
so
All right, so
distracting. I'm gonna miss.
Melvin, your turn. Wow, it's been like 5 minutes and we still haven't completed your turn. Melvin, your turn. You are now aboard, and you can now hack at this guy if you do show wish so.
I can't. Already used an action.
Well, there you go. Look at you.
I was just like, that's my turn.
So you can't.
Because I already used
Well,
flesh.
I was going to say you could do that. You could do that athletics check as your movement.
Ooh.
But if you don't want to do it like that, that's perfectly fine, and we move on to the next
But I mean-
person.
I mean, I want to be right next to this guy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But then I can't really do much else.
You already used his action.
I already
I was
used
going,
flesh.
yeah. Oh, 'cause I thought bless was bonus action, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
it's not a bonus action.
I wish.
That's alright.
That'd be
No, I
sick.
mean, it is a bonus action. Sorry, that's
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Glad I scrolled up and thought, oh no, it's not. Fuck it. Now that you're in front of this guy, and he's got his scimitar out and wielding, he's like, "How dare you kill Slade Leg de Rosa? I'll kill you!" And he just brings his scimitar down for a feint, and then whips it back over and slashes. Goes for his first slash, coming up and under your chin for a crit. First roll, and as he's rolling this, he's rolling it fanatically. So let's get some dice happening. As the scimitars come out, remember, for enemies, they only get the normal critical damage, not the special homebrew.
They roll twice. They don't get a max roll.
Yeah. Okay, for a total of 13 points of damage towards you. As he's pretty much given you the closest shave that you've had in the last couple of days, slicing just up your cheek, adding to what could be possibly another cool scar. But he has cut, like giving you a bit of a wicked smile. He then brings his scimitar back down and around for a 22 to hit.
Yep.
This guy is pretty much on the ball for you today, as he does another 6 points of damage to you. As he finishes that slash, you see his cloak begin to billow out and fill with air, and as if it's caught a bit of an updraft, and he begins to fly in a sort of way that it's just like his wings. His cloak has just caught air, and he's just moving away, floating, flying. You do get an attack of opportunity as he does this, flying out and away from you.
Trying to get out of my range.
Nice.
Alright, yeah, so as he's up and flying away, you get your longsword and you slash up his thigh, cutting through his trousers and his pants. And fresh blood begins to spill out from it as he takes 14 points of damage. A really good amount of damage. And he's like curses and puts his hand on, just like ah. And
Actually,
just looks at.
Can I add I can add Divine Smite to my attack rolls as well.
Yes, you can.
On your next turn, you will, because that was a little bit afterwards, but.
Yeah,
Fair
okay. Yeah, alright, that's fair. That's fair. I just remembered that Divine Smite works after an attack. And any attack.
Yeah, any attack.
There we go. I'm just going to put that there for the dragon and redo the order. Alright. We are up to...
Mustachio 1.
Up to Mustachio number 1. As this guy begins to hastily run around the wagon. He brandishes a big thick axe and he gets to about here before he looks at Casimir flying up above on the rocks overhead over the bushes, and then Sandstorm on the back of his horse, and then Ikram behind him and the mule. And he's just got his axe and he's just like, well, bring it on, boys, and then twirls his mustache. Hello, Mary Poppins. Next up, this archer is going to turn around now that commotions and the sounds of battles is happening, and he's going to take a pot shot at the one who's just cast 3. Sorry, can't math tonight. 3 burning spears for a crit. Fuck me.
What?
Okay, green dice is going away.
Yeah.
Green dice is
In the bin. It's too good.
For now, it's going away. But yes, his longsword is out and does 6.
Is he going to throw his longsword?
No, his longboard. His longbow.
His longboard.
His longboard.
Does a sweet kickflip.
Like this, dude.
Kickflip.
in the face.
Grinds along the rocks.
He flips and then does a nollie and sends an arrow flying at you.
God damn.
For
That's impressive.
And then just
for
puts a
13
pair of
points of
sunnies on.
damage.
Oh my god, I did half my health.
He then pulls out another arrow and sends it flying towards you for a 8. And then that just you've learned your lesson, as this arrow is just sunken straight into your rib area, and you just flap your feral tiefling wings backwards as it goes.
I think that was a donation.
Does a Legolas.
Yeah.
Alright, Lord of the Rings, that Legolas moment when he's sliding down the stairs on a fucking shield shooting arrows is fucking ridiculous. That is a nat 20 of a moment if I've ever fucking heard of. All seen one. Alright, back into the game.
I like how my turn hasn't even happened yet.
Arlilet turns her head, and as this donkey rears its head up, the silent image. I think that's how. Let me just read the silent image. If she attacks, does that drop?
I don't think so. But like, it's up to you. It'd be fairly obvious there's no donkey if it's spitting out acid.
It could be a special donkey.
Yeah, an acid donkey.
Okay,
It's
so
just funny because on
it's just
Shrek,
gonna get a
it's
it's just gonna get a advantage on its insight check when it goes to have a look at this creature. But no, this donkey rears its head and goes "Rah!" and says the draconic word for die, for as from out of its mouth it regurgitates a small slick stream of acid burning through the air as it sizzles out from her mouth. Just the archer's going to have to give me a dexterity saving throw, which it fails completely, and he's going to take some d8 in damage. Sandstorm, can you roll me 4d8?
Okay.
Dragon ass.
I think we had
It's exactly like
donation,
the
by the way.
Shrek.
Pardon?
I think we had a donation, by the way. I had the sound effect.
We had a follow by the lovely
Oh, that's what
thank
it
you
was.
roll for 101. I hope the alert came up. We sorted some alerts out that they might not have. Tonight's game came together really quickly.
OBS
Nothing more than
decided
that.
to update and mess up everything. So some things got fixed, some things didn't.
So, Casimir and Sandstorm, Ikram, you see you're currently the current donkey rear its head back and shoot out this line of acid into this human's face, completely covering the front of his chest, his face, and his neck, all in acid as he drops his bow and just screams, "Ah! Ah!" and drops to the ground. The screams continue as he's completely taken down. The dragon mule turns around and goes, "Wow!" Just goes, "Ah, that was fun."
I give it a thumbs up. Nice work.
Next up is Sandstorm.
Finally.
Fine.
Finally, my time to strike. Okay. This Archie up here, I'm going to sharp shoot him into the head.
Sharp shoot him in the head. Alright, so you're going to take that
Well,
-5 to your
minus
attack roll.
5. Where do I roll here? Here we go.
Oh.
Okay, so what guy was it again? This guy here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you stand up on your horse, one leg on the rear of your horse, another leg on the side of the wagon. You pull out, you knock an arrow into your bow, pull back, and fling, goes flying out and tags him right in the shoulder as he pulls back, just and just goes swirling backwards onto the floor into the bush. I should have deleted him. I should have just put a cross through him, but that's what's happening now.
he goes
Stop it.
back to the ether.
He just disappears into a bush. You can't see him anymore.
Goodbye.
Yeah, he went all the way back into here.
Shot him so hard it deleted him.
Next up, Ikram. Unless you want to move or take a bonus action there, Sandstorm.
I'm gonna. Is hiding a bonus action? Forget.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I'm
make
gonna
that
hide in the bushes. Go back like Homer. Sucked into
Oh,
the
okay.
bush.
So make that stealth check.
Oh, nice.
Stealth, so yeah, you go from that position, just firing that arrow, and you just leap backwards into the bushes and just grab onto the first branch you feel and just hold.
Nice.
Next up is Ikram.
He's going to
How would play?
He's going to climb up onto the cart. Ooh.
He climbs up, spends about 10 feet of movement to get up there.
Gonna see what's going on. And he's going to cast Entangle on these guys. Somewhere over here.
Okay, so he's going to do that in 10 feet.
So 20
20
foot
foot.
square. So that'll get all of them, I think. Yeah, it should.
Fucking Ikram and Entangle.
I'm guessing this is... like... is each square 5 or 10 feet?
Each square is like rough. It's roughly to the. Yeah. Each square
Oh,
is
so
10 feet.
that's about accurate. Okay, I'll get these two.
So you'll be able to get those two. So just draw that in for him. With that area, and they're going to make some strength saving throws. So. There he does. So first guy, the man with the mustache, all as these dark green vines come out of the ground, begin to wrap around. He gets his axe and he just goes, "Not today!" and slashes down at the vines, trying to entangle his feet, and just rips his feet up from it. The other guy, the archer, the dwarf, the small man, is just a little bit stunned by everything. He's just like, but, as one wraps around his head and pulls him down and restricts him.
And then, is the Druid Wild Shape a bonus action when he's Path of the Moon?
Yes, I do believe it is.
So
Yes.
he can still Wild Shape into a bear
Indeed.
or something.
He can still wild shape into a bear if you want to wild shape him into the bear.
Ikram does want to Wild Shape into a bear.
So from the back of this wagon, out of nowhere, Ikram's form just begins to take on all this fur and then just sprouts claws and muzzle and just goes completely into the large form of a bear. So you've got the stats for a bear there, I'm hoping.
I can look it up quick.
If a large bear appears on screen, please do excuse it.
I'm not actually sure what he can transform into. I haven't looked it up.
That's right. I know for a fact he can transform into a bear pretty easily.
Is it a brown bear?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, I got the stats now.
So, just gonna swap him out.
And he can maintain concentration on the Entangle, but he can't cast new spells.
Yes. That is correct. So I'm just going to do that, layer in the GM, and also do the thing where I have to give you control.
This bear looks so nice.
Just all players. Alright, so. Continuing on, just gotta roll this up again. It's now time for this guy's turn, and seeing a bloody bear just appear out of nowhere on the back of the wagon, he's just like, "Holy crap! Not standing for that today." He gets his great axe and swings it up towards him in the high arc, just. For a 19 to hit.
That will hit. A bear has an armor class of 11.
Ooh, excellent. So he's going to do a d12 worth of damage. Let's get that out and cranking. Tough dice for a 6 points of damage.
Got him.
Got him good.
Takes a decent chunk out. But it's a big old bear.
The Yogi. Now it's
This guy's trapped.
And so as this guy now has difficult movement to just get out, he's going to.
Isn't he restrained?
No, it was this guy here that got
Oh,
restrained.
yeah.
So I'll put that in right now. Nope, don't do that. And this guy is going to clamber up onto the wagon, and using his short sword, he's going to try hack at our lovely Belvin. And he is going to use his short sword. And he's going to roll pretty poorly as he pulls up his sword. And it swings over your head as you squat down just in the nick of time. It then brings it back and it just clangs off the dread wall. You see sparks of metal fly off the sharp edge of his sword. Whereas the dread wall, the scales are just so strong and so dense that the sword didn't even leave a mark on it. Now it's time for next round for Casimir, your movement.
How high up is this guy? You said he flew up a bit.
Yeah, so he's roughly about 10 feet up, pretty much. Like the wagon was 5 feet up, and now he's above that.
How healthy is he looking?
Not very. Make an insight check. Like he's got blood coming out down from his thigh.
Do I get advantage from the cube?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So you hold your cube up and like you're more focused on like what pattern should I manipulate this in. You're not too sure. I'm going to say a free action just for the lols.
What do I have? I think I'm just gonna fire. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna scorching ray at him again. Oh yes.
Oh. All right.
Actually,
how do you want to do it?
That should be plus 12. Yeah, just like manipulate the cube, just levitating above my hand, charge up a little ball of fire, fling it at him.
It goes flying from your hand as you swirl this this orangey gold flame. You condense it into a little bit of a ball, and then you shoot it over, arcing straight towards his face, blasting, scorching the mask, flying off. You see the flaps of his cloak just completely drop, and he just falls, ragdolls on top of the horse, and then lays down, falls down onto the ground, completely done.
Nice. And now I have 2 more scorching rays.
The horse is kind of panic. But of course, I can't really go anywhere because of the wagon being so busted. They're just pulling a dead weight. But yeah, you do still have 2 more scorching rays.
2 more. So I'm gonna aim at this guy attacking Belvin.
Make it a disadvantage because he's in such line of sight towards Belvin.
Okay. Oh. Well, it doesn't matter.
Still, good rolls.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll use that.
Take the first one.
First lot. And wrapping around you, Belvin, and hitting this guy in the side of the chest is this little ray of flaming heat that just sears into this guy's chest.
And then
cries out, "Ah!"
I noticed that was a bit harder to hit, so I don't want to risk hitting Belvin. I'll aim at the last one at this guy. 13.
So swinging around with your last one, like in a bit of a pitch, you throw overarm, and this high arcing flame just hits this guy and guy just a little bit on the collarbone, and singes his skin. You also see that his moustache has been burnt off. On one side.
His only weakness.
And he's just like, "I'm gonna get you, foul little creature.
Catch me if you can."
Moustache you have. You're gonna pay.
Come up here and say that.
Okay, Belvin, your move.
Alright, well, seeing that the guy in front of me just took a hit, I'm gonna take that opportunity while he's reeling back to attack him with my longsword.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so as you're... where's the thing?
How hurt's this guy? What did I hit him with before? 8.
So as you bring your sword up, you smack away his short sword as he tries to defend himself after that scorch to him. How do you want to do it? KO or kill?
So, knocked away his sword, and then I'm just gonna drive my sword up where he got hit by the flame. And just quick pull out.
So your sword slices up his chest. You hear the crack of the bones through the collarbones. You then pull down. The sword cuts much deeper into his chest, and he just pulls back and falls down, tumbling off into his friend. Let's see. Yes, into his friend, as pretty much knocking his friend down here prone, as it's just had a dead body fall on top of him.
That's excellent news for Yogi.
And I'm just gonna move to the edge of the cart, and I'll end my turn.
Alright, so next up is...
Just letting you guys know, remember, the next attacking turns, remember I have bless on you guys, so you can roll a d4 extra.
Oh
attack
yeah,
and save
I
throws.
forgot all about that. Shit. Well, I think I didn't miss, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm just letting you know. +4 on all your attack and saving throws.
Nice.
Oh, 6. So I can do
Oh,
my
plus a d4, sorry. Plus d4, not +4, plus d4.
Okay.
Come on,
Alright.
Mustachio.
Can you do it
So-
after you roll?
Yeah, you add on to your
Yeah.
roll.
Roll and then put the d4 on. It doesn't matter, it doesn't run out. If you use it once, you just can keep using it until a minute's over.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so Mustache Man comes out towards you and pulls a choking the neck of his great axe. It's shaft dragging along behind him. He pulls out from behind him a dagger and lops it out towards you, Casimir. It's not good at daggers. And you see it clangs on the rock underneath your feet as you're flying up. Oh.
I snicker at him.
And he just says, "Come on down and fight me, boy. I'll show you what."
Why don't you come up here and show me?
Next up is Arlilet's turn.
You can imagine, like, you just, like, as you're in the air, you're like,
Yeah. Why don't you come up here and show me? I'm just like slowly flying up.
yeah.
Sandstorm, you see Arlilet begin to climb up the rocky ledge, and then bites down really hard on the poor, melting face Archer's foot,
This guy.
and just
Goes dinner, Casimir.
Sandstorm, you're moving.
You're doing great.
Okay.
Okay, the taste of man flesh doesn't be a bad thing.
So we've got Mustache Man and Crossbow Man. 2 mustaches. Okay, so 15 foot.
But I'm also up as well. You'd have to climb up.
That is true.
What's the advantage range? I forget.
For what?
10
Oh,
10 foot
for what?
For sneak attack.
for advantage.
Oh, you gotta be in melee range, like 5 foot.
Five,
For
okay.
flanking, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For flanking, someone else would already have to be close.
No, my bonuses. I just have to have someone in range and I get bonus.
You're hidden though, so you already get advantage.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm hidden the whole time, haven't I? You're right.
You're hiding
These
in a
turns-
bush.
These turns are taking so much longer than usual. I'm going to. I'm going to like sharpshoot this guy from the bush. And use the +4.
Yeah,
So
and you get advantage.
first I do my short bow and advantage. So
Yep.
I'm doing sharpshooting. I'm announcing sharpshooting.
You sharpshoot. Then you're -5 off those, and then add a d4.
And add a d4.
I think the 19 will hit him anyway, because I hit him with 11 before.
Alright, so -5 of that, then at 2. Yeah, your arrow comes out of the bushes. Just there's a there's a snap of a twig as your arrow comes out and hits this guy just in the in the bicep. Just sticks out and pierces through. And go,
27.
27
holds back and
damages.
he's like, ah! This mustache man is just completely being wrecked by 27 points of damage.
Got him.
Boom. And then, you know what I do?
I go Homer.
Alright, make a stealth check.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, 19.
I think it's 12.
Ah, yeah.
Because you got the.
Yeah, he doesn't have advantage.
Alright, so yeah, no. You are. It is 12, yeah? You're not at advantage.
Yeah.
No.
That's 12.
Yeah,
12, I think.
Uh,
Oh, shit. I failed. Wait.
You get like
plus-
ejected from the bush.
Yeah, plus.
Walk
Is that
back-
+4?
Oh yeah, you can +4 to that.
I think it's only.
No, I'm pretty sure it's all
rolls,
attacks, saves, and skill checks.
Ah, there you go. Excellent. Thank you, fact checker.
3.
I think it is.
15.
Okay, so you walk backwards into the bush.
Yes.
Bushes.
It is
Oh,
not skill checks.
well,
It's
no,
only
over.
attacks and saving
There we
throws.
go.
I was wrong.
It's not skill checks.
Thank you
Ah,
for that.
shit. Okay, I'm back out
I
of the
would
bush.
check. Right. Yeah. So you walk back into the bushes, and as as the foliage closes around you, you lose sight of the mustache man. Next up is Ikram in bear form.
Ikram is going to jump on Mustachio number 2. And is this guy still prone?
Yeah, he's still prone.
Oh, yeah, buddy. So, he's going to make 2 attacks, a bite and a claw attack. So... So that's the first attack. I'm guessing that hits.
He's prone. He's prone as well.
Yeah, that's what the advantage is for.
Are you doing? You are doing advantage.
Yeah. Nah.
Whoops. Alright, so.
Where's that music?
Oh no. I think I just tested the stream. Tested one of the alerts out.
It goes for so long.
Oh well, I can't hear it. I guess you can.
It's so loud for me.
I'm
So that's probably
sorry.
loud for stream then,
Probably-
actually.
It's probably
I can't hear
loud
anything.
as well. Hold on.
Oh god, turn it off.
it's the Jack Reagan.
It just keeps going.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's gonna continue for a minute stream. I am so sorry.
What is it? I can't hear it.
It's
We've had 2 once.
it's just one of the stream alerts, and he's like tested one of them, but it's like a full song.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry guys.
We've had 2 months to fix this problem. We haven't done it. Oh well. I'm very sorry, stream. I am very sorry. Ugh, alright. I am very sorry.
It just keeps going. What the fuck? Oh yes, it's finally done. Kyle, don't you touch that fucking button again.
Yeah, nah. We will fix that again at another point in time. But roll your damage for your 16 and your 1.
So what's he get? 1d8 plus 4 and 2d6 plus 4. Oh, what's that?
Right, that bugged us down heaps.
23 total damage.
23 total damage. Alright, so as you bite and claw into this guy's chest, yeah, he's not looking very good. He's got these big rake marks over his chest, this bite mark in his collarbone. And it's now that guy's turn. He's going to try to push this massive brown bear that came out of nowhere off him. Roll me a contested athletics check and let's see what you can get.
10.
Hey, don't worry. He got 7. Alright. Next up, Casimir, your turn. So,
Alright.
as Icarus got this guy just underneath him, he just puts his bear paw down on top of him and just goes, "Roar."
I'm gonna cast a firebolt at this guy. Do I get advantage for having the high ground?
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah!
Well, it's right. And that was hilarious. I loved it.
I have the high ground! For 2 damage, for fuck's sake.
You look down at him, and this blast of fire just goes across his shoulder and just brushes it off. And he just looks up at you and says, "Don't try it."
Like a strong breeze.
Alright, Belvin, your move.
Alright, I'm going to leap down off the wagon with my longsword out, and since he's prone, just try to go one full swing downwards at the neck.
This guy here?
Yeah, since he's prone.
Yeah. Alright.
Actually,
Let's go and delete that guy. Get him out of my way.
I'm gonna quickly sheath my shield and longsword, and I'm gonna pull out the greatsword.
Alright, so you put your shield just on the hook on your back.
Yeah.
Longsword.
Longsword sheathed away on my side. Quickly pull out my greatsword,
Langrosa's greatsword.
hold it out in front of me, and then take a leap up and straight down.
Alright, no worries. Make that attack roll at advantage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you see it just cuts in through his shoulder. You hear the cracking of bones as you've cut very deep just into this area of the body, by the pectoral into the shoulder joint, and he just screams, "Oh!" And then as your greatsword lights up, this holy radiance.
I enchant my sword with holy power, and it just lights up into a golden
Blade.
golden glow.
It lights up in a heavenly golden glow as if there's a scene of Helm, a hymn being sung to enchant this mighty greatsword. As around his wound just begins to burn with the holy might, and he just screams in pain. Just He just looks up at you and says, "You're gonna die. One day you're gonna die. We're gonna get you.
It's just like
Tiamat, I promise."
everybody dies one day. Today is just your day.
Served.
That's my
after-
turn. Yeah.
Okay, cool. After that, this guy, the guy with the burnt stash, ponders over towards the bushes, and like a lumberjack, brings it up and slashes through it horizontally. He's going to make this attack roll at disadvantage. He saw a tabaxi disappear into these bushes, but where? Okay, so a 10, he slashes into a couple of branches. And you see some of the bushes and trees just go flying to the side. He then swings back for 16 hit. Sandstorm.
16's equal.
You muted.
Equals. Sorry.
All right, so you hear the rustle and bustle of the swishing of this great axe coming in through the bushes in front of you. Then as it happens again, you feel this hot flush over your stomach. As you look down in the bushes, you can see the tip of a great axe being pulled out.
Jesus Christ.
With hot red blood beginning to spill out as you take... Wow, he's rolling so low. He only got the tipping. As you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Just the tip.
Just stand still.
I am a tree.
Yeah.
A red
Hang on
tree.
with the bush.
Arlilet is going to
Sap.
continue to bite onto... Continue to consume this poor slob. Sandstorm, your move.
How much damage
As
was
you-
that, sorry?
Pardon?
6.
How much damage was that?
It was 6 points of damage.
I gotta add my proper health. Oh shit, maximum. More than my minimum.
That's alright. I don't think you've adjusted from previous one because this was your old icon. But yeah, we can just check it later. So yeah, after he's cut you and pulled out, you look up and you just lock eyes with this dude as he's cut through the shrubs.
I'm kind of not hidden anymore, I guess.
No.
I'm just like, you found me. I'm just stab him. My daggers.
Right, stab away. You're not at an advantage at this point, and you're not... Casimir, you're about 10 feet up, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're not going to get your sneak attack damage. Are you using your short bow or your short sword?
Ah, shit.
It would be the same roll, I think. Yeah.
No, it's not. Or
It is.
Add 4.
It is.
The D4,
Roll-
remember,
You
Robbie?
can roll a d4 on that.
Remember
With
D4
blessed.
when you attack.
It's
This
like,
is
literally, all the rolls are exactly the same.
OP.
So,
I got 10 damage.
Yeah, true.
okay, so as you lunge forward with your short sword, he like kind of leans back, and you see the tip of your blade just poke him in the side of the neck and create a little red line
Like, I can play this poking game too. It's
that
like
actually
pretty
begins to dig quite deeply in the side of his neck. And
tough. Oh, shit.
brings a hand up, and he's just like, as he begins to hold his throat as you retract your blade away.
A bit of fencing.
You just hit.
And then, with my secondary mood, I find a better bush.
Alright, so are you going to disengage or are you going to sneak?
Ah, so I'm in range.
Yeah,
So
you're
I
currently.
can't
They did
hide.
just hit you.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I'm gonna jump him with my bonus action.
You're going to jump over him.
I'm gonna jump him and grapple him.
Oh, okay.
While he's like holding his throat. Take advantage.
I'll allow this. I'll allow that. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. You can spend, for this, you can spend your bonus action, your cunning action to grapple.
Shit. So you literally like pick yourself up and throw yourself at him.
Yeah.
It's literally just him going,
So
"Bam!"
so smart.
Do these
What's
ones?
the...
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine just like his whole body just like flips around and stuff.
And I
and
just
it
like
happens to,
falls like a cat. You know, the cat just like.
Yeah.
yeah, you throw a cat and then it just happens to land like on its claws.
Always land. I did that to my dad once. I got angry at him when I was a kid.
You throw a cat at him.
Literally threw the cat at him, and he was like, "Ah!" I'm like, "Oh fuck, what have I done wrong?" Don't throw cats.
Did you have more cats to throw at him? Like as he's chasing you, just like.
I'm a crazy cat lady. What's that? I was like,
Simpsons.
throws the cat to the bag.
The Simpsons.
Simpsons, man.
So many
Shit.
Simpsons quotes.
Or Family Guy and the cat crossbow.
Oh yeah.
Right, so make me an athletics check to grapple this dude.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, you easily take advantage of him clutching at his throat. You sidestep to his left, then you twirl and jump up onto his back and just grab onto him, claws just around his throat. Another arm reaching up around him, just hold, and you just claw into yourself and just hold him like that in a bit of a choker. All right. The one underneath Ikram is going to try and get up again.
So, athletics.
So roll me an athletics check.
Plus
So he's going to try and get out of this.
11.
Okay, so yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he manages to
This
actually
guy.
push a fucking
Bear.
200-kilo bear off him with one hand, drag out his great axe, and moves backwards over the piles of gold that are in front of him.
Does
Sorry.
Belvin get attack opportunity?
Yes, he does.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna say that.
Nice. I got your back.
So I was looking at the cat.
Don't throw it at someone, please.
I wouldn't do that. I
Right,
haven't
so
done anything bad yet.
You're not Robbie.
so Belvin gets that attack of opportunity.
Oh, nice. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. That's max, isn't it?
Ooh, that's fucking good. That is good roll.
That's a full.
All right, so yeah, you slash on into his side, and as he kind of like, "Ugh," and reels back from the pain. But he doesn't drop, but he doesn't look healthy one bit. He's very well bloodied, but he looks like he's just hanging on. Casimir.
Okay. Hey Robbie, you wanna be Goku and I'll be Piccolo?
No.
Special beam.
What do you got?
I have got Scorching Ray.
Scorching ray. Has to be pretty strong scorch ray.
Sandstorm's on his
No.
back, right?
Yes.
So would I get advantage on Scorching Ray against this guy? For the high ground and the grapple?
No, I don't accept this.
I'm not going to say advantage,
Okay.
but I'm not going to say disadvantage.
That's cool.
You've got quite the target to try hit.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's a big boy, and Sandstorm's quite thin, slender.
Am I
creature.
able to, during his turn, jump away last second?
You're in his back though, right? So the fire's like hitting him in the front, so it's not going to hit
Yeah, but like, if it's like off train with Z, it's gonna go through him and hit me.
you. Nah, it's not like that.
So like, all Alright, so yeah, that does hit him, cops him straight in the chest underneath, or straight in the midsection, burns some of his tummy hairs off.
That's it.
Another one.
You see,
Another
like,
one.
There's some, and just like another one. So this burning orange gold flame erupts in your head, and you just send down another. So it's just light through, light through.
Does that one kill him?
You hit the exact same spot, but he just lurches over, just spit, and just reels from the pain, and just looks up, and he's just like, "They're gonna do it right."
Casimir looks down. Another one.
Again.
Hey. KO or kill?
Oh, kill. fuck cultists.
All right. So, how do you do it?
I'm just thinking, he puts a bit more effort into this one after being taunted, and just sends it straight at his face, and there's just like a massive blast of fire just covers his face.
So, Sandstorm, you see that Casimir's flame erupts a bit more orange crimson light. Its size is nearly double proportion as he brings it up and just lobs it at this guy's head, searing. And as it blasts, engulfs this guy's entire head, you don't feel any of these flames lick any of your furs. You don't smell the scorch margin or the singeing of it. It's like this Casimir's in complete control of this fire that's just burning this guy's head. And after a couple of seconds, the flame just flashes up. The mustache is burnt away. His face is suffering from severe burns, and this guy just, you as a weight on his back, literally just falls backwards onto the ground. Make an athletics check to try jumping away.
I feel I can jump out of the way and just go down. I'm an agile cat.
Yeah, agile cat.
Yeah, ready?
I'm ready.
See? I'm agile.
Not bad.
So what? Yeah, once you see it happening, you just jump straight back. You're just not too worried about it at all.
You defeated the mustache. Excellent.
All right, Belvin, your move.
Alright, I'm just gonna chase this guy down with just one last swing with my greatsword, hopefully. Just as a long arch at him.
All right, make an attack roll. Ooh, yeah. So you cut straight into him. How do you want to do it?
It was just one quick swipe across, and then like to just spin it, place it down like that. Just see him slowly slice it in half.
You just see this line, this red thick line, just appears across his midsection, and he just and just with a bit of a sway backwards, you hear this god awful tearing and cracking as a little bit of there was a little bit of connection at the rear of his at his spine. And as he begins to topple over in half, this is just too much weight, and his body just crumbles in a mess of gore and blood at the bottom. You hear to your left,
The one guy
Jeffrey,
left.
no! And you see this dwarf break out of the entanglement spell. I've completely forgotten about him, so he's going to get... Yeah.
And he just goes machine gun.
Pulls out his bow.
Like 6 turns in a row.
Yeah, pretty much. A 13, that's not going to hit Belvin. As he shot, he's quickly reloaded it, pulled the handle. He fires again for a 10. That's not going to hit.
Just
It's
blocking
just
it with my great sword. Just
He sees this and he's just like, shit. He turns around to Casimir, standing where he is, looks around
No.
and just lets loose on what he perceives to be a more easy target. Does a 16 hit you, Casimir.
Not when I use shield.
So this magical red, transparent red light, and it shoots up in front of you, and the crossbow bolt just explodes and sparks and shines. He sees this like and then sees cat.
That wasn't
and
too
then
smart.
And as he does this, you hear a click, 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 click. But the crossbow's jammed. He's just like, shit, shit, shit. And he just throws it to the ground.
just letting you know, Carl.
Yep.
I still had a little bit of movement, so I would have moved there
Oh yeah,
at the end of my turn. So
that's good. So next up is Sandstorm.
Okay, so am I in the bushes?
Not hidden, no.
Nah, I'm not. That's right.
Because you jumped off
I
Mustachio.
grappled him. I
Yeah.
grappled him.
You pull him into the bush.
Yeah.
only one dude left.
Where is he? Gone down there. Okay. I am going to.
Take him alive.
Why?
I want to know what they were doing here.
Okay. I charge in, and then I stab him with a sword, but not lethal. I just. Have you got subdued damage?
I hit a non-lethal spot in his chest.
Yeah. Nah,
So
I
you
just
shank
sliced
the
his
shot.
leg.
Slaps him with it.
I sliced
Stab
his
him
leg
in the
on
back,
his main artery.
non-lethally.
Alright, make the attack roll.
Don't know how I'll do it, but I know the right points in the body to stab. 1 inch to the left, and then we got his heart.
Yeah. No, not between the 6th and 7th rib. The 7th and 8th rib.
Alright.
And you add
Yeah,
D4.
so-
Oh, no.
We just cut in there. Though you do cut in, he does look a little resilient, and although looking a little bit more crippled than he could be, he's like, "Nah, not going down without a fight, mate. You gotta kill me. You gotta kill me, or that's it. It's not happening."
He's got an Australian accent.
Yeah,
good.
don't know where it came from. Dwarves are apparently
Get it?
Australian in my world.
You're like going so Aussie there.
But it makes
He
sense,
was like,
though.
Yeah, mate. You want to get me, mate?
If you think about it, it makes sense, because dwarves come from down under.
Ah.
Ah. Alright. Casimir, your turn.
I want to capture him alive, so I'm going to cast Hold Person on him.
Okay. He's going to make a wisdom saving throw. Let's see how he goes on this.
He has to beat 15.
Well, he gets a 12.
Yes!
After receiving that cut, he staggers back, says the line, and then just stays there, clutching his knee. Just doesn't move.
Belvin, tie him up.
I don't think there's a need to tie him up.
I
I
just
can
don't.
just restrain him, and
That works too.
now we don't need him for a long run. Just a quick question.
Because he's paralyzed, but he can break out. Like each turn he gets a reroll.
Well, I'm gonna get up behind him and just like
Pin his arms.
got my great sword sheath and just pretty much bear hugging him as a dwarf,
Yeah,
And just
that's
like-
cool.
lifting him up.
So his legs can't hit the ground.
So he's like the dagger he pulled out is still clutching his hand. He's still clutching a knee, but you just have this dwarf up under your arms.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ikrim kind of like
And-
wanders over and just
And am I able to break his wrist so he drops the dagger?
make a strength check.
He's paralyzed as well,
Yeah.
Would that be advantage?
so he can't even resist. And any hit's an auto crit.
Yeah, auto crit.
Just make a strength for him because you're trying to break bone here. You hear that snap, a loud crack, and
He can't
whatever.
even scream.
Even though the magic is pretty much holding the bones currently in place, you can feel that hand is a lot smushy.
You can let go of the paralyzed now. I think he's gonna talk.
I'll release it.
As you drop the spell, he just screams, "Fire! My hand!" Ah, as it's all limp, just holding it. He's just like, oh, lifts it up to himself. He's like, ah, just screaming.
And I'm just gonna be like, now you're gonna answer some questions.
He's just
Why?
panicked.
Why were you here?
He's just looking around frenetically, and he's just like, the wagon master. I was just a part of the crew, and we had left the camp. We made our way north from here.
Where's all these barrels and stuff coming from? Where did you take these?
I can see you defeated later the dragon man. What was his name? You've
Like
got his.
Rosa, yes.
Lorenzo.
Look, I'm just a scout, man. I just only paid well. Like they are paying, but they're not paying as well anymore.
Okay. Well, how about where are you heading now?
We're supposed to head to Boulder's Gate. Sell up the wagon and the horses once we got there, and then ship it north with the rest.
Whereabouts north?
I don't know. That's all I got told from the wagon master. I just got told we'll go into Boulder's Gate.
Okay.
We'll make as much time as possible.
Well.
He was the one that spoke with the higher ups of the cult. I'm just here for a hire, man.
Well, you've done your job. You can be relieved now.
Oh, thank you. Oh!
Dead.
Just as you break this dwarf's neck, and body just goes limp on the ground.
I like to think of these ones when to do that. Spin the head up that way.
The real brutal cut. It's like, jeez.
Make a charisma check there, Belvin.
Check or save?
Oh no,
Check.
not this again.
Make a check. You feel this presence. This invading mind that you've encountered before.
In another life.
No, not in another life, but you feel the same kind of draconic essence come over to you and says, "Yes, that was good. Do more."
Okay, good.
Feel these words in your brain, just like, "Yes, continue on." and I will show you great power. And the moment passes, and you just look down at the broken mess of the man. To your right, to your left is the cult with the burnt face. The dragon mask is the dragon cult mask laying to the side. His robes all, his cloak all screwed, burnt, slashed up. Casimir, you see below you just the dead, burnt-out husk of a man. Beyond that, you see the wagon, the broken barrels, the crumpled cut-in-two man that also had a mustache.
Not anymore, he doesn't.
Can I check the cultist's body for any sort of notes or something that might indicate where they actually are going?
Okay, so make an investigation check. Is anybody else doing anything? Because you can also see that Arlilet is still gorging on herself on that fresh.
I am going to fly over, grab a handful of gold, and then head over to Arlilet.
Okay, you find on this dead man's person a letter, and on the back it's got a broken wax seal of the dragon cult.
Aravax, Fox Traveller.
Interesting.
That is some good intel.
I will be showing that to the party when we all gather together.
When are we going to finish up, by the way? It's getting a bit late.
Well, literally after I showed you guys that letter.
Cool.
But yeah, you go over and hand the gold pieces to.
We'll save that for next time.
And she thanks you, licks your face. It's a bit stingy. And
remember, we only attack and kill bad people.
She looks like she doesn't understand the concept.
I'll explain it later.
But as you look back over the now tragedy that's now before you, the large number of dead, even though you search through a couple of the barrels, you find a few items that remind you of familiar, that dwarven wedding ring. You remember that was Derek's, husband of Helga.
No. Well, at least we avenged him. In part.
And at that point, the clouds cover overhead with a nice pearlescent white. Camera zooms out as the clouds begin to suffocate the sky and scene before shading to grey and to black. And that's tonight's session. Welcome back to Dragon Brew Season 2. Good play, guys. Good play.
That was good.
No, unfortunately, the heroes aren't bandits.
Unfortunately. I wish they were.
That merchant was a part of the Cult of the Dragon who ransacked their town, so...
Yeah. Plot
We
twist.
don't just randomly kill randoms. Yeah.
Plot twist, we're the good guys.
With the pet
plot.
dragon.
And the merchant was the bad guys.
Yeah.
We
They're
had to
the
make
bad
them
guys, yeah.
instigate. So that
Yeah,
way we not...
realize.
We didn't know for
Yeah.
sure if they were the bad guys.
We were.
We didn't know for sure if they were bad guys or not. And then they attacked
Something
us.
said, something
No,
seemed off. That's why we were.
We were pretty sure. We kept doing funny hints.
We knew something was up, but we didn't know if they were bad guys or not.
We wanted them to go first, and then we
Yeah.
don't feel bad about killing him.
It's self-defense.
Just to be sure.
And then you brought out, the
A
dead
dragon.
half dragon Torn.
Yeah.
So now this has been wonderful. We will be back again next Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I think that's quite early for Eastern Standard Time over in the States, and maybe pretty late for those of you in the UK. I'm not too sure. I'll look at the conversion rates later. But thank you for joining us tonight for Dragon Brew episode 10, season 2. The New Horizon. We'll be back next week for some more D&D fun. Till then, I'm your host, Dragons and Cats. Check us out, and check you later.
Goodbye.
Peace.